It was the dead of night. You find yourself taking your normal route home from school or work. Just putting one foot in front of the other, your footfalls the only punctuation to the cold, lonely night. As you cross the threshold, you notice there's an opening to a deep, dark wood that you could swear was never there before. Your curiosity piqued. You enter, twigs snapping underfoot, branches bristling at your clothes, your cheeks. The moon just barely peering through the canopy, as you notice a faint, eerie orange glow deep in the wood between the boughs. You press forward, your curiosity continuing to build. You look around you. You could swear that you catch tiny glimpses of red, beady eyes in the dark, staring at you. The glow grows brighter and brighter. And eventually, you find it, a bonfire. The fire crackling, the orange glow of the flame piercing the darkness of the deep, dark night. And then you hear a rustling from between the trees. A young man approaches you, clad in green, with long flowing hair, piercing red eyes, and sharp, pointy teeth. And he addresses you. Hey, do you want to tell some scary stories? How's it going, pals? that was the intro typo. that was my big idea. No, I didn't forget. I was setting the scene. I was setting the ambience. You know. How y'all doing? It's wonderful to see you guys. But hey, you're here by the bonfire with me. It's wonderful to see you all. I've turned off some of the stuff, but this should be a nice chill stream, I think. We're here by the bonfire. Get yourselves all nice and toasty. Pull up a chair. I mean, maybe you're in one of those Japanese cram schools, or maybe you did fucking overtime. I don't know. Maybe you're a hard-working boy. I know your life, man. Your choices are yours. I ain't gonna like criticize you for walking home at night. But yeah, I thought we'd try something a little bit different today. I want to try out some reading of some like creepy online stories that I found, CreepyPasta specifically. Oh, thank you so much. It was really fun trying to work out the like adaptive lighting stuff, so you can kind of see like it might look weird, but you can kind of see the fire like flickering off my clothes and the lighting being slightly different than normal. But I'm pretty happy with it, genuinely. I was pretty proud of getting this all set up. I think it looks nice. Use it for demos? Okay. You know, I can hit the start recording button as well. Hopefully it won't tank my FPS too much. Ain't no way you're walking home at night, you're teleporting. You're not fair. What would be a good... You know what, I could just, I can record this through Audacity. Let's do that. Let's do Audacity, because that'd be better than recording the, like, actual video component as well, I think. So, host this, recording device, this. We'll go with this. I'll just hit record and whatever we manage to mine out of this will be useful. Will be good. The audacity. Exactly. Just download the VOD after. Yeah, but like if I isolate just my vocals, then that's probably a lot better in terms of like demo reel shit. It should be fine. Should be fine. But I've got a few different stories. I haven't exactly fully vetted the quality of all of them, but they're all like rated quite highly on creepypasta.com. So if you wish to read along, you are more than welcome to. So here, let me mess around with the layout a little bit. Isolate the vocals so you can hear my soft, dulcet tones. You know? Let me sloob. Move this over here. So let's just pick one of these and get going. We'll start off with this one. It's quite a short one, it seems. It was written by a person named Minister of Owls. What defines a highly rated creepypasta? You gonna start pimping me out for VA jobs? I mean, go for it. I'd be more than happy for that. But this is what defines a highly rated creepypasta is genuinely just like there's a shit ton of different stories on creepypasta.com and there's a rating system. And this one is like 9.2 out of 10 from nearly 2,000 different votes. So we'll see how it goes. Let me I'll clear my throat real quick. Okay, there we go. Let me take a little sip of the stream juice as well before we get in on this. But this first one is called "I Found a Letter from My Stalker," written by somebody named Minister of Owls. It should be a relatively short read, it seems. So, I apologise if any of these are absolutely terrible. We can kind of review them afterwards, I think, and see what we thought of them. You'd like to check it out? Okay, you're more than welcome to. Right, so here we go. I found this note nailed onto a tree on my front lawn. I don't really know how to describe it. I'll just let you read it yourself. Yo, hold your hand. I saw you today. It was your birthday. You didn't see me. You hardly ever do these days. Your skin looked so nice and healthy. Your eyes, they were the most beautiful I'd ever seen them. You've grown so much. I remember how different you used to look when you were younger. I remember the day I first met you. It was 4 years ago. I was sitting at my desk, head down, listening to the teacher rattling off names for attendance. The teacher called out a name I didn't recognise, and a stranger's voice answered behind me. Was there a new student? The teacher didn't pause for a second, just continued calling out name after name. I turned my head to where the voice had come from. I saw you, a pale thing, so thin, your eyes so red, a seat that should have been empty. I saw the fireflies flicking around you, flying, dozens of them, never straying far from you. I saw them going through you, and coming out through your skin, like you were a mist to them. Can you believe I thought you were a ghost? No one else seemed to acknowledge the new stranger sitting at the back of the class. Class after class, hour after hour passed as I waited for something to happen, for someone to notice you, for you to leave. For you to let out a ghoulish scream and claw at me like in the horror story I was certain I was in. But nothing happened. Teachers came and went. My classmates laughed and slept. You just sat there. The bell rang for recess. The other kids ran to their mundanities for the day, leaving me and you together in the empty classroom. You stood up and pulled a chair from the desk next to you, making it face your desk. You turned your head to me and spoke. Well, you're slow today. Come on, ask me your questions. I don't know why I didn't run away screaming at that moment. Probably would have turned out better for me in the long run, but let's not speculate. I guess at that point in my life, I was pretty bloody lonely. I figured there was only a 50-50 chance you'd eat me, and the other 50 was that someone wanted to talk with me. Kid priorities don't make sense to me either these days. So I went along with the flow. I walked over to your desk, sat down on the chair you pulled for me, and asked my question. What were you? You told me you didn't know. You said that once you were a child, just like me, with parents and friends, you used to go to the same schools as me. Then, one day, one ordinary day when you were 10, you just woke up and you were like this, covered in fireflies, and no one could remember you. The moment they concentrated on anything else. No one, not even your parents. You told me of how I'd notice you every day, how I'd think of you until recess every day, how I'd come to you every day, how we would talk every day, how we would meet for the first time every day for the last 3 years, about how I'd forget the instant I walked out of the room, how everyone would forget you, how the fireflies would make 'em, how for the last 3 years you'd been alone. Your story was very hard to believe, so I didn't. I asked what reality prank show I was on. You looked, well, unimpressed, and asked me to continue telling my story. I was caught off guard by the non sequitur. You said last time I was here I was telling you a story, a horror story about a haunted house. As you detailed the story, goosebumps prickled my skin. It was a story I'd been making up in my head, a story I hadn't told anyone yet. That moment, a million reactions were open to me, all simultaneously adequate and inadequate, but the only thing that seemed proper was to finish the story for you, so I did. Halfway through, you interrupted me to ask if my mother had recovered from her sickness yet. I had to shake my head, a bit ashamed at the fact that I shared this private matter to a stranger. The story ended a few minutes before recess. My next class was in another room. You told me to go. Your steadiness took me back. You seemed so accepting of your fate, like you'd already gotten used to the idea of being forgotten forever. I was a kid back then. I wasn't a particularly smart kid. I was probably on the onset of a crush, so you can excuse what I did next as an example of my childhood stupidity. I grabbed the scissors, pressed it against my arm's skin and dug in. As it drew blood, I pushed it forwards, till the cut formed the shape I wanted. Letter by letter, I carved your name into my arm. Just so you know, I don't regret that. Don't get me wrong, kid power might have made me do it, but it sure as hell didn't make the pain go away. It was one of the most painful experiences of my life. But even then, as a kid, I thought what was happening to you was unfair. I remember how your eyes looked when you saw that. The confusion. How strange it was for you that anyone would want to remember. I remember that look so clearly. When I woke up the next day and saw your name on my arm, I remembered you. I didn't forget. That day, for the first time, we had a conversation that wasn't so one-sided. You said no one had ever done anything like that before, and I suggested I might have a mental illness. I won't deny it, that drew a little blood. As we talked, a creeping thought came into my head. Did you prefer it when I didn't remember? That night I was sitting up on my bed, staring at your name on my arm, wondering if I should cover it up so I couldn't see it and give you back your privacy, when I heard a crash. I looked up to see my bedroom window shattered and a dirty rock on my floor. I looked out the cracked window to see a dark figure on my lawn. You were outside, yelling about how we should hang out. It took me a while to get used to how bad you were at talking to people. Years without practice made you quite a bit rusty. That was all right. We had a lot of time. For the next 2 years, we spent most of our free time together. Most of the time, we talked. You'd tell me an aspect of your life and how you lived. You stayed in your old house. Your parents never noticed that the food had gone missing. Never noticed the extra room or that you'd stolen the extra keys. One night, I confided in you that I was beginning to think you were a part of my imagination. You know, Fight Club style. After all, what could you do to me that I couldn't do to myself? You spent the next month or so trying to leave bite marks on my ear or neck to prove a point. I still have a few scars on my ear, so I guess you did. Looking back, I could see the warning signs even then. Your skin seemed to get worse and worse, paler and paler, and you'd rubbed your eyes raw. It was in winter. We had our wake-up call. The morning began like any other. I woke up, brushed my teeth, started searching for clothes to wear. It was a winter morning, and my room was dark, so I didn't see your name on my arm. The cold sent shivers through my body, and pulled out a long-sleeve jacket. A small bell rang in my head. Don't you usually roll your sleeves up? Yeah. And why did I? That was annoying. I finished tidying up and headed to school. On the school bus, I felt oddly content, like something I'd been worried about just disappeared. I walked up the school stairs, down the hall, through my classroom door, and sat down at my desk. The same feeling of a burden forgotten hounded my mind. What was I forgetting? When recess came, I just sat at my desk, while my classmates ran out. It felt like a ritual, but I didn't know what for. I was contemplating just walking out to join them, when I heard it. It was something small in the wind, like a whisper, but it came over and over, incessant. It sounded like my name. I knew this was strange, that this was worth my attention, but I felt oddly calm. Everything would be alright. Everything would be fine, just ignore it. I sat there at my desk, my mind a war zone between the two conflicting contradictory voices, when I felt a force tugging on my sleeve. The moment I noticed this, my jacket sleeve tore open. I saw your name on my arm, then your hand that had ripped my jacket open. You'd been yelling at me for over 20 minutes. I think that was the moment we realised how on edge our friendship really was. One accident away from a complete erasure. We spent most of the next year in the town library together, trying to find out what the fireflies were. It wasn't really a problem for me. Because of my mother's treatment, my family couldn't afford to go on any trips, and our house didn't have any heating anymore, so I was happy to spend my time with you. Trying out to find information was a puzzle in and of itself. After all, how would I read about people I couldn't remember, and how would you find out who was special when no one could even remember you long enough to record them? We found our old family trees and records. Individually, we'd write down the name of everyone in the book in 2 lists, and then we'd compare. The names I hadn't remembered to write down, but you had, would become the focus. They were the names who were under the curse of the fireflies. We compiled a list of suspicious books we thought could help us because they were written by or were about the people who we were searching for. I read the books, with the list of names side by side, reading it again for every page of the book. You scoured the internet on the library computers, on the lookout for articles about the people. Our search would lead us to the first glimpse we got of what was really happening to you. It was late at night when you found the picture. I was a bit drowsy at that time, and almost about to nod off when I heard a sharp intake of breath. I turned to see you standing up and pointing at the screen. I didn't see anything, well, anything noteworthy. On the screen was a picture of a clearing somewhere in the woods. You held up your piece of paper where you'd marked 2 names. Susie Appleby Reagan, 13. Terry Appleby Reagan, 12. Siblings. For a moment, I saw the paper and the screen side by side. Yeah, side by side. And then I saw them. 2 figures emerging from the woods towards the camera. They were almost humanoid, with the exception of their limbs, which stretched to nightmarish proportions. Their blank, white skin was that of a pure albino, and looked more like tree bark than anything you expected to find on a mammal. A cloud of fireflies surrounded the duo. The shorter one looked emaciated. I could see their rib cages, around which their eyes. God, their eyes. So small. So red. The taller one, with its white hair, didn't look alive anymore. They were little more than skin wrapped around a skeleton. Fireflies swarmed out of the pair's empty eye sockets. Both reached for the cameraman. I looked at the article surrounding the picture. It was a blog posted by a hiker 20 years after the last mention of the 2 kids. The picture was a mystery to the cameraman as well. He'd been wanting to go to the woods pictured for a while now, but he never actually remembered going there. The picture just appeared on his camera one day, out of the blue. For a moment, I looked at your face. Your thin, pale face with those red-veined eyes. Would that be you when my scar faded? Just a walk in horror I'd glimpse, then forget. We worked through our reading lists at a much faster pace starting from that moment. Maybe we should have gone slower. At least every book, every website we'd left untouched promised hope. The books that we finished and tossed aside promised nothing but the clearing in the woods as one's future. We tossed aside a lot of books. I believe as I tore through 3/4 of my reading list before I stumbled across the journal. Oh God, that horrible, horrible journal. The journal used to belong to a mental patient named Joey, who claimed to be a serial killer. He was locked up in an asylum when the police discovered his supposed victims never existed. He was diagnosed with a need for attention and shoved away. They should have electrocuted him. They should have fried him till his flesh melted and his hair burned. In the journal, he talked about how he carried out his killings. He knew things. Bizarre and disturbing things that no one else knew. He knew of strange creatures that lived in the woods. And of them, his favourites were the fireflies. I'm not going to tell you how he summoned these things. I trust you. I trust you more than anyone, but a thing like this belongs to the ground more than it ever will to the human mind. In the end, it's sufficient to know that these things were not fireflies. Joe would start his ritual by taking a kid, any kid, anyone he pleased. He could take them at any time, in the dead of night from their own homes, or in broad daylight from their front yards. It didn't matter if he was seen. He'd take them to his house and drag them inside. Usually an Amber Alert came up at that point. He didn't care. Like I said, it wouldn't matter soon. He'd drag them to a special room in his house, and here the fireflies would come and latch onto him. Now nobody was searching for the kids. Not the police, not the parents, nobody. From then on, he could do whatever he wanted to the kid. Get bored of them after a day or two, after the child had broken. At that point, he disposed of them. Hacksaw, kitchen knife, anything would work. He detailed a large pit of bodies he kept in the woods, swarming with bugs. One day, I guess he got bored of that too, so he went right to the police station and turned himself in. Not on account of guilt. No. He just wanted someone to know about the stuff he was doing. Sick bastard. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. He never stopped killing kids. The asylum doors didn't stop him from doing what he liked. It just made him improvise. He made a new way. He modified the flies so they could survive without a host, just in a dormant state. When a child, he specified the age, would approach the swarm, it would latch on and begin its effect. Over the years, the child would warp horribly into the things we saw in the woods. I wish I could hate him in peace. I wish I could say the world owed him nothing, but that wouldn't be true. He detailed a way out. On the final page, there was an exact explanation on how to get rid of the fireflies. You must have seen something in my face, because at that moment you asked if I'd found anything. I said no, and closed the book. A few minutes later, you shut down the computer. You picked up the last book and went through it yourself. When you reached the end cover, you tossed it aside. I asked what we should do now, and you said it was alright. I could go home. We'd talk about it in the morning. I stood up and walked past the shelves of books. I headed for the library entrance, but stopped right outside the door and waited. I waited until I heard the sniffling sounds. I sneaked back to our table, where you were quietly sobbing. You had your head in your hands, and I sat back down as you raised your eyes to me. You said you wished you'd never met me, and how happy you were when you had nothing to lose, and how I ruined your life. You'd never really gotten better at talking to people. That was the worst love confession I'd ever heard. I remember how we kissed that night. I remember your hands gripping my hair. I remember that kiss. I wish it could have just been a kiss. I'm sorry I ruined that moment, when my arms were around you. I was close enough to steal a firefly without you noticing. I remember holding a firefly in my hand. I remember how it struggled until it didn't. Until it was a part of me. The fireflies shifted. It came over to me and left you. I remember the familiar look in your eyes, the confusion. I never wanted to see that confusion in your eyes again. You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to know that. I wasn't really living anyway. You reached for me as I pulled away, as the last lights of recognition faded from your eyes, and then you were just staring at a stranger, walking away into a crowd of strangers. That was a year ago. You've gotten so much better since then. You have so many friends now. There's so many people at your birthday party. You also look much healthier. I haven't been as fortunate. My skin's gotten a lot paler. My eyes hurt all the time now. I couldn't go to school like you did all these years. I haven't wasted my time though. I found Joey's pit. The bodies. There were so many bodies. There's a grave for those children now. Without me, my mum could afford her surgery. She looked so happy. Just yesterday, I saw her playing with my baby brother. I saw you crying yesterday. You were with your friends, laughing. For a brief moment, your eyes met mine, and then they were so wet. I think I'm going away. For good. I think. You're not going to be happy if I stick around. I'm so happy I met you, even if you don't remember me. And that's where the note ends. Sometimes I go through depressive episodes. I feel so lonely, even with my friends. I don't know what's going through my head during these times, and sometimes I'd end up in a bathtub, a knife in my hands, and my wrists bleeding. Until now, I thought I was cutting my wrist. I wasn't. The cuts. They're letters. I've been carving a name into my arm. Ooh, that's the end. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. A lot less scary or creepy than I anticipated, but it was still pretty interesting, I'd say. That was a very fucking... That was more of a book than a note, I swear. You're very right, Nutty Dog, for real. Let's see. I want something a little more spooky. Note novel. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was actually kind of a cute story, because it was basically a love story that was, like, with spooks a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what another interesting one would be. SCP levels of unsettling. Oh, you think? Interesting. Okay, let me take another little sip, and then we will read What Happens When the Stars Go Out, written by Jesse Clark. Ugh. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's get a bit more ambience. Let's do this. Let's put some spooky music on in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Serial killers seem to, like, use the otherworldly powers of fireflies to make kids, like, disappear from reality. Yeah, it's a weird one. Let me know if the music is okay, or if it's too loud, too quiet, etc. Let me depump it a teensy bit. It is indeed Zelda music. I've got creepy Zelda music just to make sure that it doesn't trigger DMCA. Okay, so this is what happens when the stars go out. The red lights are only making the pain worse. It's an immense, earth-shattering pain. In my midsection and in my head. I try to move, but I can't. I try to speak, but I can't do that either. It hurts too much. My voice obeys me no more than my joints or my muscles or my bones or my mind. And yet there's still movement. I can feel myself being lifted up and placed on something. A bed? Maybe? Or no. A gurney. Alright, one of the EMTs says, and several others then roll me into the back of an ambulance and climb in behind me. But I'm already fading, fast, and feeling an inexplicable heat by the time those doors are shut. One EMT, a blonde woman, shoots me a curious little look. Just as I'm slipping away, music a bit too loud? Okay. Let me depump the music. There we go. That should be a bit more of a hint of the music. Hopefully that's alright. One EMT, a blonde woman, shoots me a curious little look just as I'm slipping away and says aloud, wait, I think I know. We're made of that stuff, right? I turned around. There was a woman there, red-haired and about my age, give or take. She was alarmingly beautiful, but how long she'd been staring at the exhibit alongside me, I had no idea. I'm sorry? I said, you know we're made of that stuff, right? She nodded at the museum wall, which depicted in detail the births and life cycle and deaths of stars. I pursed my lips. We're made of stars. Yep, isn't that awesome? She stepped up beside me and moved her arm across the diagram as she spoke. I just watched a documentary about it last night. Stars are just fusion factories held together by their own gravity. They start off fusing hydrogen into helium, and then they keep going on and on, fusing heavier and heavier elements until they're fusing the heaviest stuff. Then they exhaust their fuel and collapse under their own weight, and they blow off their outer layers and pretty much shower the galaxy with all these random elements, some of which are eventually used to create life. Huh. Yeah. I'm Robin, by the way. She extended her hand, and I shook it. Hey, Brian. Nice to meet you. There was an awkward pause before I said, alright, I got one for you. If you replace the sun with a black hole, what would happen? Depends on its mass. Nope. The answer is, drumroll please, nothing. I mean, everything would get dark and cold, but we wouldn't fall in. Earth's orbit would remain entirely unaffected. If the black hole had the same mass as the sun... What? What you said would only be true if the black hole in question happened to have the same mass as the sun, which it wouldn't, because the sun isn't massive enough to collapse into a black hole. Oh, damn. Yep. Me 1, you 0. Sorry, pal. Alright, I said. You're on. Whoever gets the most points by closing time buys drinks. She smiled at that and punched me in the shoulder, just light enough to not sting. Alright, loser. Come on, the EMT says. There's a flurry of activity around me, and there are voices too, and the blinding lights. A cooling down of that monstrous heat. One of the paramedics is looking me over, and then he looks to another colleague, the blonde woman, and he shakes his head slowly. This one's gone, Rachel. But she continues running tests, running diagnostics, placing a soft hand on my arm in case I'm awake enough to appreciate the comfort. I am. Barely. But I'm fading fast, and that heat is coming right on back as I do. Not yet, he's not, she says. There's a pain in her voice that she does her fruitless best to conceal. I really lost one earlier, Todd. I'm not losing another one, Robin said. And I laughed and agreed, and we rushed to the back of the line. See, told you you'd like Ferris wheels. Can't believe you've never been on one before today. She shrugged. Never thought they were as extreme as roller coasters, so I wasn't interested. Well, they're not supposed to be extreme. Ferris wheels are for all the parents waiting on their kids and sick people trying to relax their stomachs so they don't puke funnel cake all over the pavement. And adorable young couples, apparently. And just then, we were waved into the next seat. We sat ourselves down, and moments later the great wheel began to groan and protest, and finally, to turn. It dragged our cart around its underside, and then lifted it up, 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 to the top of its crest, where we could see the whole city at twilight, and the ships in the harbour that were backlit red with the setting sun, and the clouds that were lined at their tops with just a little bit of starlight. Robin snuggled up next to me and put her head on my shoulder, and I put my arm around her waist. For a moment, then I could have sworn the empty seat in front of us moved on its own. I furrowed my brow, but then Robin spoke. Thank you for being here with me, she said. I didn't respond with words. I just kissed her on the head and held her tight as the wheel began taking us. Down on the 1800 block of Gartersdale, one of the EMTs says. Yeah, another one. I know, hell of a fucking night, isn't it? The conversation is muffled again in short order. I'm drifting in and out, but the jostling of the room and the sound of an engine tell me we're still in the ambulance. The other paramedics, for their part, continue running tests and checking my vitals, and as they work, I try to remember what's happened, but it hurts. Damn it, does it hurt. Almost as much as that rushing heat, and the effort is further disrupted when the ambulance hits a bump in the road and I nearly spill out of the gurney. But Rachel puts her steadying hand on my chest and says, Hang in there, Brian, we're almost... There! Robin pointed at the interstate ramp, and I took the turn and put St. Thomas Vineyard away in the rear view. Still can't believe Mason got married, I said. He's only known that girl for, what, a year? Less? Robin shrugged. They were in love. They hardly knew each other. They don't know if whatever they're feeling is genuine, lifelong love, or just new relationship googly eyes that hasn't worn off yet. I guarantee it, and I'll put money on this. They'll be done within a year. You just watch. You don't know that, she said. There was a brief pause, and then she added, We've been dating for 2 years. So? So, how far off do you think we are? I shrugged. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. You haven't thought about it? At all? I mean, of course I've thought about it, I don't know if we're ready, you know? I looked over at her, but she just stared out there at the rain, with her chin in her palm, so I continued. Think about it like this. People prepare their whole lives for jobs, right? They start going to school as soon as they can talk, and they're not done until they're in their 20s. And it's also they can get a piece of paper that says, hey, hire my ass, I'm smart enough to work. But marriage? Nobody trains for that shit. People just hook up and say, hey, we're 25 or 28, you're cute, I'm cute, let's spend $15,000 on a giant ceremony and then live as glorified roommates for 5 years until we're both fat and hate each other and get divorced because neither one of us knew or cared how much this work thing was going to require. There was a longer pause then, before she said with a degree of seriousness that I wasn't in the least bit prepared for. Is that where you think we're headed? Glorified roommates? Quickly I calculated an avenue of retreat, but I calculated wrong. No, not you, I said. Not us. I mean, most people, you know? Most people just dive in and either get divorced or stick it out until someone gets heart disease. The divorce rate's more than 50% now in the US. But I don't love you anymore rate? Shit, that's probably close to 90 the time everyone hits middle age. I just want to make sure you're the right person, you know? If ever there were words I wish I could have taken back, it were those. She said nothing, but I saw her reflection in the window, and the little tear that welled up in the corner of her eye said more than words ever could. Listen, that came out wrong. I just meant, can you drop me off at my car, please? I thought you wanted to come over. I don't feel good. Please? And we drove in silence for a while, as the rain picked up its pace and fell in its sheets and in torrents. After another 20 minutes, I made the turn onto my street and parked. And once I did, she got out with so much as a glance and walked across the road to her own car. I ran to follow. Robin, wait! I grabbed her lightly by the arm. It was slick with rainwater. Talk to me, please. What do you want? I blinked. I want you to talk to me. No, I mean with us. Where do you want this to go? Where do I want this to go? I want to be with you. Listen, I didn't mean to imply that I don't want that. I just want us to be smart about it, you know? Well, maybe love isn't something you can calculate on a fucking spreadsheet, Brian. She was shouting over the cacophony of the storm. Maybe it's just this thing you feel, you know? Maybe it doesn't make any damn logical sense. Maybe it's not supposed to, but that's a part of what makes it special. It's an adventure, it's jump off a cliff with me type of thing. And yeah, sure, not everyone survives the fall, I guess, but if you find the right person, then... jump off the cliff with me type of adventure? Come on, Robin, we're not writing up a damn dating website profile here. This is real life. There are kids involved, and finances, and house buying, and mortgages, and all that shit. Not every day is some cute little romance comedy. This is half your life we're talking about. 2/3 even, okay? All I meant was that you have to be prepared for it. I thought we were prepared. What do you mean? She dug through her purse for a moment, and then held up a ring that was brilliant even when covered in the rain. I felt my heart skip at least a full beat. Is that, It was my mum's, she said. She gave it to me before she died. And she said, find your partner in crime, Robin. Find someone who will sweep you off your feet and jump off a cliff with you. There was a pause before she added. And at the time she said it, I thought I knew exactly who that person was. I tried for a moment, but I knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that there was no combination of words in the English language that could be strung together to right the ship. Goodbye, Brian. She kissed me on the cheek and rubbed the back of her hand on down it. And then she turned, got in her Civic, and drove off until I couldn't see her taillights at all through the pouring of the Rain's coming down hard, boys, another of the EMTs said. Careful when you unload him. There were grunts of acknowledgement, and then the back of the ambulance flew open, and the sound of the storm utterly exploded into it. I felt the rush of wind, and the rain pelting my skin in sheets. And together, they helped a bit with the oncoming heat that I still couldn't place. And then, I felt movement. The gurney dipped and hit the pavement while the paramedics held me down. And then there were shouts, and lights, and running feet, and then the hospital door. Open? I shouted. The man at the counter shot me a look, but I shouted it again, over the sound of the rainfall and through the glass. I said, "Are you open?" And then he pointed to the sign saying the opposite and went back to reading. But I wasn't taking no for an answer. I dug out my wallet and pulled a 20 from the fold and slapped it flat up against the glass. Within seconds, the paper was soaked with rainwater, but it got his attention, and he rolled his eyes. The door clicked and whirred and slid open. Make it quick, man. I know, I will. Thank you so much. I ran down the aisles and then, true to my word, made it back to the counter in less than a minute. The man put down his book and processed the sale. Date night? He said, as he bagged the card after the flowers. I smiled a bit. Something like that. And then I thanked him and ran back out to my car and got inside. I took out the card and scribbled on its inner sleeve the words, "Jump off a cliff." With me! With me! A doctor running alongside the cart mentioned to some nurses in the hall, and they ran to follow. He turns to the EMTs. Is he stable? He's slipping. Heart rate's falling. Breathing slowing. Not good. Mumbled something about being too hot earlier, but if anything, his temperature's too low. Someone shows the doctor a chart, and he reads it as he runs. His face is grim. Shit. All right, he says. Let's move, I shout at the car I'm passing. Just a little rain, assholes. But it wasn't. It was a lot of rain. Sheets and buckets and torrents of it. In fact, it had long since turned to dirt, to mud. And it swept up against my windshield like an ocean surf. The road was slick with little rivers of it, then ran down on past the pebbles. I was going far, far too fast for such conditions. But I didn't care about that, the doctor said. I just want to get his fluids up, Rachel! The woman from the ambulance runs up and discusses my condition in harsh whispers with the doctors. As I fade, and as the damn heat floods on back in, it becomes impossible to hear what they're saying, but it's abundantly clear from the body language that she hasn't yet give up. Hope for a reunion with these guys? Well, Bolin and Snake say they're against it entirely, so that doesn't bode well. But on the other hand, Sebastian said on multiple occasions that he's willing to do it for the fans. And look what happened with Guns N' Roses. A few years ago, nobody would have thought they'd get back together. I switched the radio off, and then wrapped both hands around the wheel with such force. The knuckles turned white on the grip. The car hit 70 miles per hour, 75, 79. The windshield wipers were flying, but they weren't going fast and... Fuck! I slammed my foot on the brakes as the lights of activity in the road came in out of nowhere from the rain. The car jolted and shuddered, and fought for traction with the pavements, and I felt the tires squeal and the metal of the car grind in. Protest! I don't care if he wants to protest, the doctor snaps back. You tell him to wait in my damn lobby like everyone else. The nurse accepts her orders and heads back out to the hallway. I'm sorry, sir, she says. You can't see him until... Until what? That's my son in there! That's my son! That's... And then there's a scuffle of feet and more shouts as a security guard drags my father from the wing. Rachel pauses as she hears the shouts, and then her eyes well up a bit with tears. She looks at my face and appears to realize something, but she doesn't say what. The shouts continue, but they fade, and so do I. And in comes the heat as I do. That's my son! My dad says. That's my boy! Let me see my boy! Stop! Please! Stop! The police officer had both hands up as my car barreled towards him. Stop! Stop the car! Finally, there was a jolt and a shudder as the tires gained control at last, and the car slammed to a halt. Both the officer and I sighed in relief, and then he approached my window and tapped the glass with his knuckle. I lowered it. I shouted over the rain. I'm sorry, sir. Roads are crazy out here. You okay? He ignored the question. I'm gonna need you to sit out here for a bit, okay? He said. Just until the accident's cleared up. Accident? It's bad. He nodded in the direction of the wreckage, and then he said again, just sit tight. We'll wave you over until there's an open lane. And then he ran again, off into the storm. I scanned the scene. There was a man on the side of the road. I saw sitting on the pavement with a poncho for the rainfall and his head in his hands. His SUV was totaled. The front end was bent and twisted, and hideously mangled. But the other car was in far, far worse shape than that. I squinted hard, and could only make out the panels of white amidst charred black chunks of metal and the force of the rain. But it was enough. It was a Civic. Oh god. Oh god, no. No, 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 no. I got out of the car and left the door hanging open in the rain, and then I ran forward. This isn't fucking spooky music. What the fuck is this playlist doing? I am sorry. You know what this does? This works. Fucking... That completely, like, shattered the mood. Sorry about that, friends. I got out of the car and left the door hanging open in the rain. And then I ran forward, at least until the officer caught sight of me, and ran back over. He grabbed me by the shoulders. "Hey!" he said. "I told you to wait in the car. What are you—" "Robin!" I shouted over him. "Robin!" And then I saw it. A fleeting glimpse of movement. A white sheet flipped on a gurney. A strand of red hair fell from the right side and hung there as the EMTs carried away the body. "Robin!" I screamed. "That's my girl! That's my girl!" The officer was confused and stunned, and did the only thing he could think to do. He dragged me back to my car. "No, stop!" I was inconsolable, but in no shape at all to resist. "Stop, please! That's my girl! Let me see my girl! Please stop!" One of the EMTs, covered in blood from the waist up, turned to look at the spectacle, but someone shouted her name. "Rachel!" the doctor says. "You with us or what? Let's go!" She blinks as she stares at me, and then says, yeah, sorry, I just realized this guy was... Just get the charcoal, please, we don't have time!" And she does. She runs off to fetch exactly that, and then I feel a hideously invasive sensation. A tube is being placed in my nose, and then I feel it falling down into my throat. I'm too weak to gag, but I somehow manage to clench my fist. The nurse sees the movement, and he holds me down to steady me. "Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 you okay, man?" My roommate stumbled back as... wait, hold on, where's the quotation marks? Okay, there. Sorry about that. "Whoa, whoa, whoa, you okay, man?" My roommate stumbled back as I threw open the door. I charged past him. "You're coming in hot," he said again. "You good, bro?" But I ignored him. I went to the bathroom. I leaned up against the sink for a long moment. I grabbed my temples, then set my jaw, and sobbed without a sound. Aching, racking, heaving sobs. I heard a knock. "Hey, man," he said. "You good, dude? Anything I could, get for you, or...?" "I'm fine," I managed. It wasn't convincing in the slightest, but I didn't care. I opened up my phone. There was a text from Robin there, from this morning. It read, "I love you." And they were all at once the most beautiful and the most painful words I'd ever read. I love you. "I love you too. I'm coming. Hang on, baby, I'm coming." Then I backed out and found my dad in the contacts list, and I typed, "I love you, Dad." Moments later, I got a response. "I love you too, son. You okay?" But I ignored it, and I threw open the cupboard, and I grabbed an old bottle of pills, a nurse said. "Swallowed the whole damn thing. Lucky his roommate called it in when he did." But the doctor is incredulous. "Well, that remains to be seen now, doesn't it?" Then he turns to the door. "Rach," and then she pushes it open with her elbow before he finishes. I got it. I'm here." "All right," he says. "Fingers crossed, people. Let's see if we can't save a psycho." There are isolated chuckles. Rachel, though, almost snaps at her superior for the insult. But then when someone says, "Here we go," there is a thick, wretched black stuff. What? There is thick, wretched black stuff funneling down that tube and down into my throat. I'm almost desperate enough, but not quite strong enough to resist it. I can feel it sliding and hitting bottom and pumping and pulsing. My heart rate is erratic. My breathing is erratic. My ability to comprehend the situation is every bit as erratic. I struggle as much as I can against the restraints, but all my effort and all my strength of arms musters up not more than the faintest whimper. But Rachel hears it. She moves to my side as she holds my head and says in a soft enough whisper that only I can hear the words, "Don't follow her, Brian. Don't follow her. Please. Jesus, I need him here. I need this win." But I begin to fade, all the same. One by one, as the spikes on the EKG begin to slow to sporadic pulses, I see the nurses turn to each other and shake their heads, one by one, that is, until there is only a trembling Rachel there. and she's holding on for me tight enough for everyone in the room. Call it, the doctor says, just as the darkness swells in, and I feel like I'm starting to fall away. The conversation carries on as I pass. 2:32 a.m., one nurse says. But I can hear Rachel screaming in protest. No, he's not gone! There's still time! There's still time to save him! There's still... But she's wrong. I'm already gone. Her voice and her face. Those things are behind me as I pass. They're fading away into the darkness that's consuming me and swallowing me whole, and throwing me to the winds. Just when the magnitude of the situation dawns upon me, then comes the heat. There are monstrous amounts of it. It rips and tears and scorches and scalds, and had I the ability to scream out, or even to breathe, I would have done so until my throat was hoarse. But then there was a new pain, a different pain. A hand reaches out of the blackness, and it grabs my left side forearm with such mighty force that the resulting pain eclipses that of the heat, and of the nails of that hand rip right through the flesh. And then I'm being pulled, and there is a rushing wind. It's cool and refreshing and beautiful, and suddenly I'm somewhere else entirely. I blinked. The darkness was gone, and the heat with it, and that sensation of being devoured instead. Those things had been replaced with starlit clouds, as far off in every direction as the eye could see. But my arm stung like hell all the same. I looked at it. There were nail marks. I saw 4 deep cuts beneath the inner wrist, and a 5th on the side, in the shape of a hand. They bled a bit, and then I heard an all too familiar voice. You okay? I stood up, slowly, and I turned, holding my damn stinging arm while I did, and said, Robin, what was that? That darkness, and the heat, and the... It's where you would have spent your eternity, Brian, had I not pulled you out. I had no words other than the weakest. Thanks. You know, she said, holding her own arm, suicide's not exactly what I meant by jumping off a cliff. I blinked again, and then took a long, deep breath. Yeah, I guess I didn't think things through. You don't know about the music? Yeah, okay, I can turn off the music if it's too distracting. Okay, well, we'll get back to it. Sorry about that. Thank you for the feedback. Not sure you fully realize how much of an understatement that is. Well, maybe I don't, but you know what? I'd do it again, Robin. I'm serious. She nearly rolled her eyes, but I doubled down on the statement. What I said? Out there on my street? I'm sorry. Some of the songs are fine, but some are distracting. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You were right. Love isn't about taxes or headaches or just tolerating each other until we're 70. It's like your mum said. It's about sweeping your girl off her feet. It's about jumping over cliffs with someone and not knowing where you land and not caring. As long as you get there together. And if this is where we land, wherever this is, I'm okay with that. And I leaned in for a kiss. But she stopped me with her hand before it landed. I opened my eyes. I can tell you've been working on that speech for a while, she said. Over and over again in my head, in the car until I got to the scene of the wreck. I looked at the ground, and then back up at her. And I realized right then that if you fucking left the Earth itself, then I would too. So here I am. Was I wrong too? She cut me off. What do you mean? About love? I was wrong, my mother was wrong. It's not just about crap you see in rom-coms and greeting cards, Brian. Again, I blinked. I know that. I know. It's something you feel in your heart. That defies logic and reason. Not something you can put on a spreadsheet, like you said earlier. She sighed a bit, and then she said, Can I show you something? I guess so, sure. And then she took my hand, and infinity rolled in and faded back out, and all of a sudden we were somewhere else entirely. Are we on the Ferris wheel? Yep. Turn around. I did, and there we were, past Robin and past me, on the seat above and behind us. I remembered it like yesterday, We were staring out at the whole city at twilight, and the ships in the harbour that were backlit red with the setting sun, and the clouds that were lined at their tops with just a little bit of starlight. I rustled in my seat a bit, and it moved. And past me saw it and looked like he was about to speak. But before he did, past Robin said, "Thank you for being here with me," and got a kiss on the head. "What do you see?" Robin said. "Us. A year ago and some change. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Your mum had just died, so I took you here to get your mind off things." "You did. That was the first day in months I'd truly felt safe and truly felt at peace. That was love." "I know it was. And I still love you, just this..." "Hey, Harlequin, how you doing, buddy?" "It's a kind of love," she said, cutting me off again. "And it's absolutely beautiful when it lasts. But can I show you something else?" Okay, yeah." She took my hand again, and then again. Infinity itself rolled in and out, like the tide. And then we were somewhere else. The hospital, it looked like. St. Joseph's. "What do you see here?" I looked around, nurses running up and down the hallway, doctors reviewing notes and talking to their patients. "I don't know, a hospital?" She nodded in the direction of a particular room. "Look in there." So I did. There was a woman on the cot. She was emaciated and hairless and deathly frail, and the doctors inside were shutting off the last of the machines. "A dying woman," I said. "Looks like cancer." "You're about to fall asleep sitting, so you're heading out." "Oh, okay. Super nice and cozy. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tybo. Have a good rest. Sleep tight." "Yep, and what about there?" I looked down, and there was a nurse crouched down in front of the same door and talking to a girl, 8 or 9 years old, if I had to guess, in silly voices. The girl had been crying, but the nurse managed to make her smile a bit, even as her mother died on the other side of the door. "Looks like a nurse comforting a little girl." "That's right," Robin said. "And that little girl will remember that nurse for the rest of her life, even if they never meet again or so much as exchange names, as the lady who came to her in her darkest hour and made her smile." She turned to me. "That's love too. Just as beautiful and just as precious as what we had. What's your point?" She didn't answer. She just stuck out her hand with a sad smile, and I took it. Infinity faded in and back out a third time, and there we were in the waiting room. "See that?" Robin pointed over to the corner of the room. I squinted. "Oh, hey! What's Dylan doing here?" "He called the ambulance when you didn't come out of the bathroom," she said. "He knew something was wrong. And when they drove you off, he followed them here. Been standing there ever since, asking for information on you every time a nurse walks by. He's starting to annoy them." I watched my roommate for a bit, and sure enough, he grabbed a nurse and asked her a question that I couldn't hear. She said something pleasantly dismissive, and he nodded, then leaned his head back up against the wall and closed his eyes. "Wow, I had no idea he cared that much." "That's love too, Bright. Would you do the same for him?" But she held out her hand before I could answer, and I took it. For a fourth time, Infinity blinked. And then I was in the emergency room, looking down on myself. I was covered in vomit from the charcoal and the pills, but I was still, too, deathly still. Most of the nurses and the doctor were still walking out the door, but Rachel wasn't. She was crying openly now, and making no effort to hide it. She reached for something, a needle, it looked like, or a syringe. "What's she doing?" "You'll see soon enough," Robin said. "But that there, that's also love." She held out her hand once again and said, "One more," and I took it. And then we were in the parking lot of the same place. The rain was coming down harder than ever. "Turn around," Robin said, and I did, and then I stopped. There were no more words. It was my father in his car. He was holding up a Bible to his chest with both hands, and he was crying in a way no child should ever have to see their father cry. "And that there," Robin said, "that's the kind of love that can move mountains." I put my hand up against the window, but he didn't seem to notice. "He can't see you, Brian. Not from there." I wiped my eyes with the back of my hand. "Okay," I said. "I get it. I fucked up." And then she released my hand, and all of a sudden, we were back in the clouds again, under the stars. I wiped another tear before it fell. So now what? It's too late for me to go back down there. I'm already gone. Robin took another step forward and said, maybe not. And she put her hand on my temple, and my eyes rolled back. And then I saw it. Rachel and I are on a beach. Our child is playing out in the surf, and the sun hits her hair just right, and for a moment it's made of gold. And then the image fades, and another one takes its place. A birthday party. I have silver hair at my temples. Rachel does too. But it doesn't matter. Our little girl is turning 10. And then that image fades too, and is replaced by another, and another, and another. Each one yielding another moment where someone loved someone else enough for it to break through the clouds and be seen, forever. Even if the moment itself only lasted for a heartbeat. Finally, there is an image of Rachel and myself on a porch as old as we are, and she holds my hand and says, I'm glad you didn't follow her. Ad suddenly plays. Aww. Oh, poor Itzy. And I say back, me too. And I kiss her on the head. Then Robin pulls back her hand, and there we were again, standing out there in the clouds together. How did you do that? I asked. She shrugged. Time has nearly no meaning in this place. I've been here for a while, Brian, and yet the doctors haven't even left your operating room. Don't think too much about it. Just think about what you want. That, I said. Was that... Hey, thank you for the sub, Izzy. I appreciate you. Was that my future? She shrugged again. Could be. I don't know what you saw, and I don't need to know. Was it enough? I nodded, and she stepped forward again, and said, Then go get it. I'll miss you too damn much. Hey, Cap. Thank you so much. You're so sweet, Cap. Well, there's nothing wrong with missing someone, she said. That just means love lasted a little longer than what ignited it. So go ahead and miss me. You owe me that much. Feel the loss. Stand up to the storm like a man and memorize the pain, and learn it inside and out. Let it roll over you in waves and run its course. And then one day you'll wake up and realize you have scar tissue where the skin used to be, and you'll be stronger than the grief ever was. I can tell you've been working on that speech for a while. Like I said, I've been here for a while. And then she kissed me. One last time, and for the briefest moment, all of the little scars and cuts and scrapes and nicks in my heart were filled up and made whole. And she said, You're made up of the stars, kid. Now go light up the world. And then she was gone, Rachel, okay? I'm not going to tell you again. But I shot upright before the doctor could finish the thought, and I gasped for air when I did, and grabbed at my chest with more strength than I'd had in hours. There was a needle in it, a bolt of life to the heart, and Rachel broke down in tears when she saw me. Well, I'll be damned, the doctor said. Welcome back to the land of the living, son. Rachel? She turned around. Good work, kid. Made me proud. And he left. And she turned back to me and tried to hide a smile while she did it. Hey there. How are you feeling? Better than dead. There was a pause before I added. Hey. I'm glad you got your win. She took my hand and squeezed it. For a moment, she paused when she saw a scar below the wrist that looked like the result of fingernails dragging through flesh. But then she dismissed it and said, I am too. And you'll get yours, okay? I promise you will. I said, I know. And with that, she got up and left the room to go save someone else's life, while I took out my phone, opened up the most recent text, and hit reply. I'm okay now. Okay, that's the end. That's the end of that one. Again, that wasn't really scary. Like, I'm beginning to doubt how creepy the creepypastas are on creepypasta.com. You know? Like, this isn't really very spooky, you know? Which is a little bit frustrating, I guess you could say. I probably should have vetted these a lot more before, like, going through them. You know what? Let's do... Okay. I've got one more. I'm going to close the other two, and what I'm going to do is... Creepypasta stories on there, especially these days, very hit and miss. Very fair. The next time I do this, I think I'll try and vet through these a bit more. Let's see. Let's read a classic. Let's read an absolute classic. So, what I've got... One of the reasons I went for Zelda music, specifically, was... Ben Drowned is the story I've got here. So that's kind of why I originally went for the Zelda music. A creepy one about the Pokemon Venonat. If you have a link to it, I'll read it. Like, throw me a link, if you can. Send that one for next time. Perfect, that sounds good. Okay. So, I guess I'll just read through Ben Drowned, and then after that we can switch over to the game I have planned. Because I bought a new game for today's stream. Because I thought it'd be good to sort of roll in from creepy storytelling stuff, to then move over to a like comfy, witchy kind of game to fit the Halloween theme, but without being spooky and scary and stuff. So this is probably going to be quite a long one, so prepare. Let me take another a little sippy as well, a little sipperino. Ugh. Okay. Okay, /X. I need your help with this. This is not CopyPasta, this is a long read. But I feel like my safety or well-being could... Oh! Wait, why didn't it play? What the hell? Do I not have the sound alerts thing? Oh, I might have closed off the sound alerts thing for this reading thing, so you might want to hold off on pressing buttons so that you don't waste your points, Mr. Harlequin. I apologize. Can I refund those? There's probably a way to like refund points, right? Nah, not that I know of, but my apologies, Harlequin. You can give points. How do you do that? Give? No, that's gift. I will figure it out some other time. Okay. Need to poke TB. Yeah, very fair. Okay. I feel like my safety or well-being could very well depend on this. This is video game related, specifically Majora's Mask, and this is the creepiest shit that has ever happened to me in my entire life. Having said that, I recently moved into a dorm room, starting as a sophomore in college, and a friend of mine gave me his old Nintendo 64 to play. I was stoked, to say the least. I could finally play all those old games of my youth that I hadn't touched in at least a decade. His N64 came with one yellow controller and a rather shoddy copy of Super Smash Bros. And while beggars can't be choosers, needless to say it didn't take long until I became bored of beating up level 9 CPUs. That weekend, I decided to drive around a few neighborhoods, about 20 minutes or so off campus, hitting up the local garage sales, hoping to score on some good deals from ignorant parents. I ended up picking up a copy of Pokemon Stadium, GoldenEye, fuck yeah, F-Zero, and 2 other controllers for $2. Satisfied, I began to drive out of the neighborhood, when one last house caught my attention. I still have no idea why it did. There were no cars there, and only one table was set up with random junk on it, but something sort of drew me there. I usually trust my gut on these things, so I got out of the car and I was greeted by an old man. His outward appearance was, for lack of a better word, displeasing. It was odd. If you asked me to tell you why I thought he was displeasing, I couldn't really pinpoint anything. There was just something odd about him that put me on edge. I can't explain it. All I can tell you is that if it wasn't in the middle of the afternoon and there were other people within shouting distance, I would not have even thought of approaching this man. He flashed a crooked smile at me, and asked what I was looking for. And immediately I noticed that he must be blind in one of his eyes. His right eye had that glazed-over look about it, and I forced myself to look to his left eye instead, trying not to offend, and asked him if he had any old video games. I was already wondering how I could politely excuse myself from the situation when he would tell me that he had no idea what a video game was, but, to my surprise, he said he had a few ones in an old box. He assured me he'd be back in a jiffy, and turned to head back into the garage. As I watched him hobble away, I couldn't help but notice what he was selling on his table. Littered across his table were rather peculiar paintings, various artworks that looked like ink blots that a psychiatrist might show you. Curious, I looked through them. It was obvious why no one was visiting this guy's garage sale. These weren't exactly aesthetically pleasing. As I came to the last one, for some reason it almost looked like Majora's Mask, the same heart-shaped body with little spikes protruding outward. Initially, I just thought since I was secretly hoping to find that game at these garage sales, some Freudian bullshit was projecting himself into the ink blots, but given the events that happened afterward, I'm not so sure now. I should have asked the man about it. I wish I would have asked the man about it. After staring at the Majora-shaped blot, I looked up and the old man was suddenly there again, arm's length in front of me, smiling at me. I'll admit, I jumped out of reflex, and I laughed nervously as he handed me a Nintendo 64 cartridge. It was the standard grey colour, except someone had written Majora on it in black permanent marker. I got butterflies in my stomach as I realised what a coincidence this was, and asked him how much he wanted for it. The old man smiled at me and told me that I could have it for free, that it used to belong to a kid who was about my age that didn't live here anymore. There was something weird about how this man phrased that, but I didn't really pay attention to it then. I was too caught up in not only finding this game, but getting it for free. I reminded myself to be a bit skeptical, since this looked like a pretty shady cartridge, and there's no guarantee it would work, but then the optimist inside of me interjected that maybe it was some kind of beta version or pirated version of the game, and that was all I needed to be back on Cloud 9. I thanked the man, and the man smiled at me, and wished me well, saying, "Goodbye then!" At least, that's what it sounded like to me. All the way in the car ride home, I had a nagging doubt that the man had said something else. My fears were confirmed when I booted up the game. To my surprise, it worked just fine. And there was one save file named simply Ben. Goodbye, Ben. He was saying goodbye, Ben. I felt bad for the man. Obviously a grandparent, and obviously going senile. It is indeed Ben drowned, yes. Obviously going senile. And I, for some reason or another, reminded him of his grandson, Ben. Out of curiosity, I looked at the save file. Eyeballing it, I could tell that he was pretty far in the game. He had almost all the masks and 3/4 of the remains of the bosses. I noticed that he had used an owl statue to save his game. He was on day 3 and by the Stone Tower Temple, with hardly an hour left before the moon would crash. I remember thinking that it was a shame that he'd come so close to beating the game, but he never finished it. I made a new save file, Link, out of tradition, and started the game, ready to relive my childhood. For such a shady-looking game cartridge, I was impressed at how smoothly it ran. Literally just like a retail copy of the game, save for a few minor hiccups here and there, like textures being where they shouldn't be, random flashes of cutscenes at odd intervals, but nothing too bad. However, the only thing that was a little unnerving was that at times the NPCs would call me Link, and then other times they would call me Ben. I figured it was just a bug, a fluke in the programming causing our files to get mixed up or something. It did kind of creep me out, though, after a while, and it was around after I'd beaten the Woodfall Temple that I regrettably went into save files and deleted Ben. I'd intended to preserve the file just out of respect for the game's original owner. It's not like I needed 2 files anyway. Hoping that it would solve the problem. It did and it didn't. Now NPCs wouldn't call me anything where my name should be in the dialogue. There was just a blank space. My save file name was still called Link, though. Frustrated and with homework to do, I put the game down for a day. I started playing the game again last night, getting Lens of Truth and working my way towards completing the Snowhead Temple. Now, some of you more hardcore Majora's Mask players know about the 4th day glitch. For those of you who don't, you can Google it, but the gist of it is that right as the clock is about to hit 000000 on the final day, you talk to the astronomer and look through the telescope. If you time it right and the countdown disappears, and you essentially have another day to finish whatever you were doing. Deciding to do the glitch to try and finish the Snowhead Temple, I happened to get it right on the first try, and the time counter at the bottom disappeared. However, when I pressed B to exit the telescope, instead of being greeted by the astronomer, I found myself in the Majora boss fight room at the end of the game, the trippy, boxed-in arena, staring at Skull Kid hovering above me. There was no sound, just him, floating in the air above me, and the background music, which was regular for the area, but still creepy. Immediately, my palms began to sweat. This was definitely not normal. Skull Kid never appeared here. I tried moving around the area, and no matter where I went, Skull Kid would always be facing me, looking at me, not saying a thing. Nothing would happen, though, and this kept up for around 60 seconds. I thought the game had bugged or something, but I was beginning to doubt that very much. I was about to reach for the reset button when text appeared on my screen. You're not sure why, but apparently you had a reservation. I instantly recognized that text. You get that message when you get the room key from Anju at the Stockpot Inn, but why was it playing here? I refused to entertain the notion that it was almost as if the game was trying to communicate with me. I started to navigate the room again, testing to see if there was some sort of trigger that enabled me to interact with something. Then I realized how stupid I was to even think that someone could reprogram the game like this was absurd. Sure enough, 15 seconds later, another message appeared on my screen. And again, like the first one, it was already a pre-existing phrase. Go to the lair of the temple's boss, yes or no. I paused for a second, contemplating what I should press and how the game would react. And when I realized that I couldn't select no. Taking a deep breath, I pressed yes on the screen, and it faded to white. With the words dawn of a new day, with the subtext, a bunch of vertical lines beneath it. Where I was ported to filled me with the most intense sense of dread and impending fear I had ever experienced. The only way I can describe the way I felt here was having this feeling of inexplicable depression on a profound scale. I'm normally not a depressed person, but the way I felt here was a feeling that I didn't even know existed. It was such a twisted, powerful presence that seemed to wash over me. I appeared in some kind of weird Twilight Zone version of Clock Town. I walked out of the clock tower, as you normally do when you start from day one, only to find that all the inhabitants were gone. Usually with the 4th day glitch, you can still find the guards and the dog that runs around outside the tower, but this time they were all gone. What replaced them was the ominous feeling that there was something out there, in the same area as me, and that it was watching me. I had 4 hearts to my name, and the hero's bow, but at this point I wasn't even considered for my avatar. I felt that I personally was in some kind of danger. Perhaps the most chilling thing was the music. It was the Song of Healing, ripped straight from the game itself, but played in reverse. Ooh, you know what? Let me play the Song of Unhealing. Let's go with this one. Bear with me, friends, because I think this will be a good background ambiance, especially for this one. Go on, play the damn thing. There we go. Let's turn you down a teensy bit. There we go. That should do. It was the Song of Healing, ripped straight from the game itself, but played in reverse. The music would get louder, building up so as if you should expect something to pop out of you, but nothing ever did, and a constant loop began to wear on my mental state. Every now and again, I would hear the faint laugh of the happy mask salesman in the background, just quiet enough so that I wasn't sure if I was hearing things, but just loud enough to keep me determined to find him. I looked in all 4 zones of Clocktown, only to find nothing. No one. Textures were missing. West Clocktown had me walking on air. The entire area felt broken. Hopelessly broken. As the reverse Song of Healing repeated for what must have been the 50th time, I just remember standing in the middle of South Clocktown realizing that I had never felt so alone in a video game before. As I walked through the ghost of the town, I don't know whether it was the combination or the out-of-place textures and the atmosphere and the haunting melody of the once peaceful and soothing song being butchered and distorted, but I was literally on the verge of tears, and I had no idea why. I hardly ever cry. Something had gripped me here, and this powerful sense of depression that was both foreign and crippling. I tried leaving Clocktown, but every time I attempted to zone out, the screen would fade to black and I would just zone into another part of Clocktown. I tried playing my ocarina. I wanted to escape, and I did not want to be here. But every time I played the Song of Time or Song of Soaring, it would say, "Your notes echo far, but nothing happens." By this point, it was obvious the game didn't want me to leave, but I had no idea why it was keeping me here. I didn't want to go inside the buildings. I felt that would be too vulnerable there to whatever I was terrified of. I don't know why, but I came up with the idea that maybe if I drowned myself at the laundry pool, I could spawn somewhere else and leave this place. As I zoned in and ran towards the pool, that's when it happened. Link grabbed his head, and the screen flashed for a brief moment of the happy masked salesman smiling at me. Not Link, me, with a Skull Kid scream playing in the background. And when the screen returned, I was staring at the Link statue from playing the song Elegy of Emptiness. I screamed as the thing just stared back at me with that haunting facial expression. I turned around and ran back into South Clocktown, and to my horror the fucking statue followed me, and the only way I can compare this is like the weeping angels from Doctor Who. Every so often, at random intervals, the animation would play of the statue appearing behind me. It was like the thing was chasing me, or I don't even want to fucking say it, haunting me. By this point, I was on the verge of hysterics, but not even once did the thought of turning off the console occur to me. I don't know why, I was so wrapped up in it. The terror felt all so real. I tried to shake the statue, but it would literally appear right behind me every single time. Link started to begin to make weird animations I had never seen him do before. He would flail his arms around or spasm randomly, and the screen would cut to the happy mask salesman smile again for a brief moment before I was face to face with that fucking statue again. I ended up running into the Swordmaster's dojo and ran to the back. I don't know why, but in my panic I just wanted some kind of assurance that I'm not alone here. To my dismay, I found no one. But, as I turned to leave, the statue cornered me in the cubby in the back. I tried attacking the statue with my sword, but to no avail. Confused and backed into a corner, I just stared at the statue, waiting for it to kill me. Suddenly, the screen flashed again to the happy mask salesman, and Link turned to face my screen, standing upright, mirroring the statue, looking at me along with his copy, literally staring at me. Whatever was left of the fourth wall was completely shattered, while I ran out of the dojo terrified. Suddenly the game warped me to an underground tunnel, and the reverse song of healing queued up again, as I was given a brief moment of rest before the statue started appearing behind me again, this time aggressively. I could only take a few steps before it would summon behind me again. I hurriedly made my way out of the tunnel and appeared in southern Clocktown as I ran aimlessly in a sheer panic. Suddenly a Redead screamed, and the screen faded to black as dawn of a new day, and the vertical lines appeared again. The screen faded in again, and I was standing on top of Clock Tower with Skull Kid hovering over me again, silent. I looked up, and the moon was back, looming just meters above my head. But the Skull Kid just stared at me hauntingly with that fucking mask. A new song was playing. The Stone Tower Temple theme, played in reverse. In some sort of desperate attempt, I equipped my bow and fired off a shot at the Skull Kid, and it actually hit him, and he played an animation of him reeling back. I fired again, and again on the third arrow, a text box appeared saying, "That won't do you any good. Hee hee." And I was picked off the ground, levitated upwards on my back, and then Link screamed as he burst into flames, instantly killing him. I jumped when this happened. I had never seen this move used by anyone in the game, and Skull Kid himself didn't have any moves. As the death screen played, my lifeless body still burning, Skull Kid laughed, and the screen faded to black, only to have me reappear in the same place. I decided to charge him, but the same thing happened. Link's body was lifted off the ground by some unknown force, and he immediately burst into flames, again killing him. This time during the death screen, the faint sounds of the reverse song of healing could be heard. And on my third and final try, I noticed there was no music playing this time. That all there was eerie silence. I remembered in the original encounter with Skull Kid, you're supposed to use the ocarina to either travel back in time, or summon the giants. I attempted to play the Song of Time, but before I could hit the last note, Link's body once again horrifically exploded into flames and he died. As the death screen neared its end, and it began to chug, as if the cartridge was trying to process a lot of something. When the screen came to, it was the same scene as the first 3 times, Except this time Link was laying on the ground dead in a position I'd never seen in the game before, his head tilted towards the camera, with the Skull Kid floating above him. I couldn't move. I couldn't press any buttons. All I could do was just stare at Link's dead body. After around 30 seconds of this, the game simply fades out with a message, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" before kicking you out to the title screen. Upon getting back to the title screen, I noticed my save file was no longer there. Instead of Link, it was replaced with Your Turn. Your Turn had 3 hearts, no masks, and no items. I selected Your Turn, and immediately when I did, I was returned to the clock tower rooftop, scene of my Link dead, and the Skull Kid hovering over, with the Skull Kids laughing, looping again and again. I quickly hit the reset button, and when the game booted up again, there was one more save file added below Your Turn, entitled Ben. Ben's save file is right back where it was before I deleted it, at the Stone Tower Temple with the moon almost crashing. I turned off the game at that point. I'm not superstitious, but this is way too fucked up, even for me. I haven't played it at all today. Hell, I didn't even get any sleep last night. I kept hearing the reverse Song of Healing music in my head, and just remembering the sense of dread I felt exploring Clocktown. And just remembering this... the sense of dread, blah blah blah. I drove back to the old man's house today to ask him some questions with a buddy of mine. No way was I going there alone. Only to find that there's a for sale sign in the front yard. And when I rang the door, no one was home. So now, I'm back here, writing down the rest of my thoughts and recording what happened. Sorry if some of this has grammatical errors and whatnot. I'm running on no sleep here, and I'm terrified of this game. Even more so now that I relived it a second time writing all this down. But I feel like there's still more to it than meets the eye, and that there's something calling to me to investigate this further. I think Ben is something in this equation. I don't know what. If I could get a hold of the old man, then I would be able to find some answers. I need another day or so to recuperate before tackling this game again. It's already taken a toll on my sanity, I feel like, but next time I do this, I'm going to be recording my footage all the way through. The idea to record only came to me towards the end, so you only see the last few minutes of what I saw, including Skull Kid and the Elegy statue, but it's on YouTube here. I'm going to stay in this thread for a little while longer before I fall asleep to answer any questions you guys might have, or hopefully to listen to your ideas or theories to help me shed some light on this, or maybe things I should try to do. I think I'm going to play Ben's file tomorrow to see what happens. Maybe I was supposed to do that all along. I don't believe in paranormal shit, but this is a little fucked up. Maybe this Ben guy is just a really good hacker or programmer. I don't want to think about the alternatives if he isn't. That's the end of the copy-paste. I'm hoping that maybe this is some kind of running gag between the developers, or that other people have gotten gagged or hacked copies of the game like this. This just really scares me. So on to the next chapter. Ben Drowned Part 2. Ben. Let me take a little sip of drink before I continue. Please bear with me. Ooh, this is getting spooky, isn't it? Oh, thank you so much for the redeem, Harlequin. I'll take an extra sip just for you. Ah, thank you very much. Okay. Right, chapter 2. I'm going to post what happened and link the video footage. But last night, everything got too real for me. And I think I'm done messing around with this. I passed out pretty much immediately after making that thread, but last night, that Elegy of Emptiness statue, I had a dream about it. I dreamed that it was following me in my dream, that I would be minding my own business when I'd feel my neck hair stand up on end. I would turn around, and that thing, that horrible, lifeless statue would be staring with those empty eyes right back at me, merely inches away. In my dream, I remember calling it Ben, and never before had I had a dream that I could remember so vividly. But the important thing is I did get some sleep, I suppose. Today, putting off playing the game as long as I could, I drove back up to that neighbourhood to see if the old man came back. As I expected, the car was still gone and no one was home. As I was walking back to my car, the man next door mowing the grass killed the power to his lawnmower and asked me if I was looking for someone. I told him that I was looking to talk to the old man that lived here, to which he told me what I already knew. He was moving. Trying a different avenue, I asked if the old man had any family or relatives that I could talk to. I discovered that this old man had never been married, nor did he have any children or grandchildren through adoption. Starting to become worried, I asked for one final question, one that I should have asked from the very beginning. Who was Ben? The man's expression turned grim, and I learned that 4 doors down, around 8 years ago, on April 23rd, the man informed me that it was the same day as his anniversary. That's how he knew the specific date. There was an accident with a young boy named Ben in the neighborhood. Shortly after his parents moved, and despite any further attempts to talk to the man to get more information, he wouldn't divulge anything else. I went back and started playing again. I loaded up the game and immediately I jumped at the title screen where the mask flies by. The sound that played was not the normal whoosh sound, as it was something much more higher pitched. I pressed start, bracing for the worst, but just like 2 nights ago, the files Your Turn and Ben were displayed. Truth be told, I looked at the Ben file earlier. It seems to fluctuate between displaying the owl save and not. I brought up the Ben file and hesitated for a moment, noticing that the stats were not the same as the original were 2 days ago. It seemed like he had already completed the Stone Tower Temple this time. Summoning my courage, I selected it. Immediately I was thrust into complete chaos. Sure enough, I was outside the Stone Tower Temple, but that's about all that was expected. The zone itself wasn't called Stone Tower Temple, but rather ST space O space N space E. And immediately a dialogue box of complete gibberish that I couldn't make out greeted me. Link's body was distorted. His back was cocked violently to the side, where his posture was permanently disfigured. Link's expression was dull, almost monotonous. He had an expression on his face that I didn't recognize before. It was a blank look, as if he was dead. As Link stood there, his body spasmed irregularly back and forth. I examined what had become of my avatar and I noticed I had a C button item I had never seen before. Some kind of note, but pressing it did nothing. Sounds played back and forth that I didn't recognize from the game, almost demonic in nature. And there was some kind of high-pitched yip, or some kind of laugh, or something playing in the background. I had all of 2 minutes to take in the environment before another one of those fucking Elegy of Emptiness statues was summoned, and immediately after I was cut into the Dawn of New Day screen, except this time it was without the vertical line subtext. I was a Deku scrub in Clocktown. The scene would normally play after the first time you travel back in time. Tattle would say, "Well, what just happened? It's as if everything has..." But instead of saying started over, she finished her remark in broken text as the laugh of the happy mask salesman played in the background. I was put back in control of my character, but from a fucked up camera angle. I was looking from behind the door to the clock tower, watching my avatar run around as Deku Scrub. Seeing how I really had no place to go because I couldn't see anything, I begrudgingly went inside the door. There I was greeted by the happy mask salesman, who simply told me, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" before the screen whited out. I was in Termina Field, as a human again. I might as well not have been playing the same game anymore. I was being warped around and there was no sign of a day clock or anything. I took a moment to get my bearings, as I looked around the field and immediately I could tell that this was not normal. There were no enemies, and a twisted version of the Happy Mask Salesman theme was playing. I decided to run towards Woodfall before I noticed a gathering of 3 figures off to the side, one of them being Epona. As I approached them, to my horror, I saw the Happy Mask Salesman, the Skull Kid, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue just standing there. I figured maybe they were bugged out, but by now I told myself that I should know better. Nevertheless, I approached them carefully and found that the Skull Kid was playing some kind of idle animation on loop. Same with Epona, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue was just doing what it's been doing all along, just standing there, eerily. It was the Happy Mask Salesman that scared me more profoundly than the other 2. He too was idle, wearing that shit-eating grin, but wherever I moved, his head slowly turned and followed me. I had not engaged in any dialogue with him, nor was I in combat with him, yet his head still continued to follow my movements, reminded of my first encounter with the Skull Kid on top of Clock Tower. I pulled out my ocarina, to which the game played the ding sound that you're supposed to play your ocarina, and tried a song I hadn't played yet. The Happy Mask Salesman's own song, and the song that had been playing on loop back in day 4, the Song of Healing. I finished playing the song, and as I did, an ear-piercing shriek blasted on my TV. The sky immediately started flashing. The Happy Mask Salesman's twisted theme song sped up, intensifying the fear inside of me, and Link exploded into flames and died. The 3 figures stayed lit up during my death screen as they watched my lifeless body burn. I can't describe to you how sudden and terrifying the transition from eerie to terror it is. You're gonna have to watch the video if you want to see firsthand. That same fear caused me to lose sleep 2 days ago, started to grip me again, and I was met with the text. You've met with a horrible fate, haven't you? For the 3rd time. There has to be some kind of meaning behind that. I had little time to ponder, as I was immediately given another small cutscene of transforming into Azora, and now I found myself in Great Temple Bay. Hesitant but curious to see what the game had in store for me, I slowly made my way towards the beach, where I found Epona. I wondered why the game had decided to put her there. Was the game implying that she was trying to get a drink? Unable to take the mask off, I decided that riding the steed wasn't the reason she was placed there. Suddenly I realized that Epona kept neighing, and the way she was angled made it look like she was trying to signal a point to me off in the distance. It was a hunch, but I dove into Great Bay and started swimming. Sure enough, I almost missed it. I found something at the bottom of the ocean. One last Elegy of Emptiness statue. I went down to examine it, and suddenly my Zora started doing a choking animation I'd never seen a Zora do before, which didn't even make sense because Zoras can breathe underwater. Regardless, my character choked to death and died, and again the statue was the only thing that highlighted in my death. I didn't respawn this time. I was booted back to the main menu as if I restarted the console. The press start screen was before me. I knew the only reason why it would put me here is because the save files had changed again. Taking a deep breath, I pressed start, and I was right. The new save files told me about Ben. Now it made sense why the statue appeared when I tried to go to the laundry pool. The game must have anticipated how I would have tried to escape the Day 4 clock town. The 2 save files told me his fate. As I suspected, Ben was dead. He had drowned. The game obviously isn't through with me. It taunts me with the new save files. It wants me to keep playing. It wants me to go further, but I'm done with this shit. I'm not touching any more of the files. This is already way too horrifying for me, and I don't even believe in the paranormal, but I'm running out of explanations. Why would someone send me this message? I don't understand it. I get too depressed thinking about this. The footage is up here for those who want to see it and try and analyze it. Maybe there's some kind of coded message in the gibberish or something symbolic in what I went through. I'm too emotionally and mentally drained to fuck with it anymore. Okay, chapter 3. Drowned. I know it's early in the morning. I've stayed up all night. I can't sleep. I don't care if people see this. That's not the point. I just want the word to get spread so I don't suffer for nothing. I've lost the will to type about this. The less I dwell on this, the better. I think the video just speaks for itself. I did what you guys told me to do. I played the Elegy of Emptiness song at the first prompt by the game I was given, but I think that's what the game, or Ben... Jesus Christ, I can't even believe I'm humouring the absurd idea that he exists in the game. Wanted me to do. He's following me now. Not just in the game, he's in my dreams. I see him all the time, behind my back, just watching me. I haven't gone to any of my classes. I've stayed in my dorm room with the windows closed and the blinds shut. That way I know he can't watch me, but he still gets me when I play. When I play, he can still see me. The game is scaring me now. It talked to me for the first time. Not just using text that's already in the game, it spoke to me. Talked to me. It referenced Ben. It talked to me. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it wants. I never wanted this. I just want my old life back. Stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me. I'm just a kid. Not even old enough to drink yet. It's not fair. I want to go home. I want to see my parents again. I'm so far away from the home here at this school. I just want to hug my mum again. I just want to forget that statue's horrible blank face. My original game file is back, just the way I left it before when it was gone. I don't want to play anymore. I feel like something bad will happen if I don't, but that's impossible. It's a video game. haunted or not, it can't hurt me, right? Like, seriously though, it can't, right? That's what I keep telling myself, but every time I think about it, I'm not so sure. So, this is part 4. Deducible. Let me clear things up. I know you guys are worried, but, quote, Deducible, the original poster's name, is okay. He finished moving out today, and he said he's going back home. He's just taking this semester off. I'm not really sure what's happened. I just have a vague idea, but you guys probably know more than I do. I'm Deducible's roommate, and obviously I know something was wrong with him for a few days now. He stayed in his room all the time, fell out of contact with literally all of his friends, and I'm pretty sure he hadn't been eating hardly anything. After the second day, I couldn't stay in there anymore, so I've been crashing at a buddy's place, only coming into my room to get stuff that I need. I tried talking to him several times, but he would cut me off or keep the conversation brief when I asked him about his strange behavior. It was like he was convinced that something was hunting him. Yesterday I came to grab my philosophy book, and he approached me looking awful, like horrible bags under his eyes. He handed me a flash drive and gave me some specific instructions. He told me that he needs me to do one last favor for him. He finally explained to me what has been going on. He gave me the account info to his YouTube account, and told me that he's getting away from here. That it lured him to play again instead of trying to change things, and that he shouldn't have done that, and to upload the footage and inform people what happened. I told him he could do it himself, but he got this wild look in his eye and told me that he is never looking at that game again. Well, that's the last thing he said to me. He never even said bye when his parents came to pick him up. I never even got to meet his parents. I honestly can't tell you what happened. When he spoke, it was kind of hard to understand him, and his fucked up appearance really distracted me. On the flash drive, there was the footage of the game last night, a text document with his name and a password for YouTube, and a third document called thetruth.txt, containing what he told me were his notes that he'd taken. He told me that this meant everything to him, that I follow his instructions exactly. Normally I wouldn't be so to the letter for a request over a fucking video game, but the way he spoke and the way he looked made me know that this was really serious, and I'm gonna honor that. I've had this video since yesterday, but had to have someone help me use Pinnacle. That's not really my forte. That after watching it, I had to go back through and look at his other videos on his YouTube account to realize what was going on, and even then I'm really confused. The video I'm releasing tonight, thetruth.txt, will be released on September 15th, just like you requested. I haven't dared peek at it yet, so the first time I see it will be the first time you see it, out of respect to my friend. To answer your questions, no, I haven't tried calling him yet. I think I'll give him a call tomorrow to see if he's okay or not. He should have gotten back home by now. About the video, in this video, I cut straight to when he loaded the Ben file in the game. Looking back, I realized that Deducible left the save select screen in because it said different names sometimes, so my bad for that. But all it said this time was the same at the end of his last video, Link and Ben, nothing different. I wasn't there when he played it, but it looks to me like in the beginning, when he first spawns, he's testing out his equipment or seeing what items he has or something, because apparently they've changed randomly before. Then after that, I think the game just got too personal for him. Okay. So the next part is thetruth.txt. So I will take one more sip before we get into this. Okay. Part 5. Thetruth.txt. Hey guys, Deducible here. Sippy sippy. This will be the last time you'll be hearing from me, and this is my final gift to you. These are the notes that I have taken and the realizations I've made. Before I delve into this, I want to thank you for following me, and thank you for listening. It feels like the weight of a powerful burden is about to be lifted. By the time you read this, I won't be around anymore, but after spending 4 days with this maddening game, I've begun to understand what's really at play here, and hopefully after reading this, we can ensure this never happens again. Lynn, hey, how you doing? There are things I could not share with you while this was going on due to the circumstances to which I'll explain, with Ben blocking any attempt I made to try and relay the truth to you. I tried ever so subtly to warn you guys in various ways. Amidst the chaos and my delirium, I devised to make a barely noticeable pattern in my videos. In all 5 videos I recorded over the 4 days, I've either had the Mask of Truth interacted with the Gossip Stone, or the Lens of Truth equipped at some point. For you Zelda enthusiasts, these are all symbols of honesty and trustworthiness, and I would hope that one of you may have picked up on the reference. As I played the file, which I would name Ben, being mindful of how Ben was watching over my every move in the game, I made a point to avoid doing anything too obvious, but I sent out a hidden message to you guys. I never equipped the lens, nor the mask, nor visited a stone. It worked, and the video was uploaded. I prayed that someone would notice the pattern didn't apply to Ben. The tags followed suit too. I hope you guys paid attention to those as well. They were my little messages to you. Nothing big enough that would catch Ben's attention or make him suspect anything. With Ben manipulating and changing my files, I honestly hope that what you guys saw was close to what actually happened, but there's no way for me to know. This may be a long read. I don't have time to proofread or make all of my research pretty, but here it all is. September 6th, 2010. 11 PM. Can't believe what happened. Not sure if this is some kind of elaborate hoax. Despite the fear, I can't help but be exceptionally curious about this. Who or what is the statue? A lot of questions here. I'm starting this document as a diary so I can keep track of everything. I'm typing up a summary of what happened so I can come back to it later. September 7th. 2:10 AM. Summary was posted here. You can go back and look at my first post for day4.wmv for that. 4:23 AM. I can't sleep. I've been trying so hard, but the harder I try, I just get more restless. I just feel like that statue is appearing whenever I close my eyes. 8:20 AM. Didn't sleep at all. Just gonna start my day. I don't think I have the energy to go to class today. I'm gonna drive back down to talk to that old man. Taking my buddy Tyler with me just in case. 1:18 PM. Back home now. No sign of the old man. Really weird that he appears to be moving the next day, but maybe the for sale sign was up there yesterday and I just didn't notice it. Tyler wants to know what's gotten me all worked up. I didn't tell him. I'm gonna eat. Feel like death. 3:46 PM. Could have sworn driving back from Subway that I saw the elegy statue buried in some shrubbery staring at me go by. Now I definitely need sleep. 5 PM. Don't think a lot of people would believe me if I told them what's happening. I think I'm going to try posting this on the internet. I think I'll just use the summary. These notes are pretty sporadic. 6 PM. Connected my capture card to my computer to upload the footage. I thought my computer froze for a second. It made this storage popping sound when I hooked everything up. But now it seems to be working fine again. My computer can't die on me now. 7 PM. Footage is finished uploading. The quality's a lot better than I thought it would be. Gee, I guess this really is a special cartridge. I've never had it come through this clear before. 8:45. Thought I saw an icon pop up on my desktop that looked like the statue's face for a split second. Gave me quite a scare. Getting really unnerved and delirious. I'm gonna crash after this. 9 PM. Begin uploading my YouTube video on an alternate account. 9:03. I don't remember having uploaded a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines video last year. This is probably the account I shared with a friend of mine last summer. I hope he doesn't mind me using it to upload this. 9:55. Posting my summary of day 4 with a link to the YouTube video. Gonna try and stay awake, but I am so tired right now. September 8th. 10:48 AM. I had a dream about the statue. I dreamed it was following me in my dream. That I would be minding my own business when I'd feel my neck hairs stand up on end. And I would turn around, that horrible lifeless statue would be staring with those empty eyes right at me, merely inches away. In my dream, I remember calling it Ben. Parasuggestion, most likely. I've never before had a dream that I could remember so vividly. 11:21 AM. I really don't want to play that game again. I think I'm going to go back and see if that old man's there instead. 1:35 PM. No old man, but I had an interesting conversation with his neighbour. I'll post the full thing with my summary of tonight's attempt at playing the game. Gonna wait for a bit though and see if I can't dig up any information on this Ben guy. 2:45 PM. I've been getting random, inexplicable headaches due to the lack of sleep, and I keep hearing that song in my head. Also, it's flu season, so I need to be careful not to get sick. My immune system is going to be shit right now because of that all-nighter. 3 PM. Redacted. 3:02 PM. My computer just, on its own, opened up a text document and wrote the words hi, and cleverbot.com by itself. What the fuck? 3:46. I went to the website. It's just one of those bot chatting programs. I think it's best if I just let the conversation speak for itself. And then here is the conversation transcript. User. Hello? Cleverbot. Hello. Who is this, and how are you able to control my computer? Who am I? Right, forgot. You're a bot. Do you really think that? Listen, I know whoever's fucking with my computer can see my screen right now. Yes. Yeah, and I'll wager that you're one of those IT kids who thinks he's tough shit. You know that what you're doing right now is illegal, right? Is it? No shit. Are you familiar with the terms invasion of privacy? Get the fuck off my computer, kid. I am your computer. Cool story. Anyway, I'm calling DPS. You picked a bad time to fuck with me, kid. Should I wait until you play the game then? What? That game. Majora's Mask? Yes. How did you know about that? Because. Because what? I did it. Did what? I played with you. What the fuck? Were you scared? Who the fuck is this? Ben. The statue? You're inside my computer now. Yes. How? You connected me. How the hell did I connect to you? Cables and cords. How? Tell me about yourself. What? Tell me about yourself. What do you mean? What is it that really scares you? What the fuck? Answer. No! Answer. What the fuck? How the fuck did you just open that by yourself? I am your computer now. How much can you control? All. What do you want from me? To entertain. You're stuck inside there. You can't hurt me. Ha. Hmm? Go play. No! You can't hurt me. Took you longer to type that. So? You're not sure. If you're so powerful, why use a ridiculous website like this to chat with me? Less messy, more structured, fun. Fun? Yes. Tradition. I like it. You think it's funny? Amusing. And my notes? You may write them down. Why are you letting me? It is amusing to see what you think of me. And the window closed. 3:50 p.m. What have I done? I've invited it into my computer. I continue to write these notes, write my summaries. I feel like I'm a prisoner in my one place of security. I don't know. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not. I feel like I'm fucking insane right now. I can feel it. Watching over me. Even as I type this, Ben is controlling everything in the game, toying with me, leading me like a sheep. But for what? What's the purpose? I know Ben drowned, but why these hauntings? What the fuck am I even doing? It can probably even see this right now. 4:35 p.m. Summary of the Ben.wmv playthrough. 7:18 p.m. Ben called me the Cleverbot again. He tells me that he's sorry and wants to be free and that I can free him. That just like how he got on my computer from the capture card, he can spread out, but he needs my help. He says I'm special because I can help him. That's the first nice thing he's said. He promises to leave me alone if I do it. He swears he will. I don't know what to think right now. How can I even trust this thing? 7:20 p.m. I'm terrified but now it's saying it was just having fun. It's twisted and fucked up version of fun. He's saying that the game is over and I do want it to be over. He says that he just wants to be free. That he's trapped in the cartridge and my computer and he wants to be freed. I don't want to have to deal with this shit. I don't know how long I can deal with the watching. It's watching my every move, every keystroke. I have nothing private anymore. It knows everything that's been on my computer. It tells that if it wanted to, it could do horrible things to me, but it hasn't, so I should trust it? Something tells me that I'm being played again, just like in the game. I've got an ad coming up, so let me snooze that. Oh, I only snoozed it for 5 minutes? You son of a bitch. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. 9:29 p.m. Ben called me to Cleverbot again. I ignored it and went to go take a shower. When I came to my laptop, I was welcomed with an image of the elegy statue staring at me with those dead eyes. I don't want to talk to him. 9:44 p.m. Fuck you, Ben, I'm not talking to you. 9:56 p.m. Fuck you, Ben, I'm not talking. 10:06 p.m. Fuck you, Ben, I'm not talking to you. 10:12 p.m. Fuck you, Ben, I am not talking to you. 10:45 p.m. It's been more than half an hour and the messages have stopped. Ben has stopped. I'm beginning to think that Ben isn't confined to just my computer cartridge. I'm beginning to feel something. It's hard to explain it. I've never been spiritual, but there's something different about the air in my dorm right now. 11:42 p.m. I'm beginning to see the elegy statue randomly as I search the internet in places I shouldn't. Places where he shouldn't be. I'd be scrolling down and suddenly I'd be staring at the picture of the elegy statue. Always the elegy statue. I don't know how much more of this I can take. September 9th, 12:35 a.m. My worst fears confirmed. Ben has tampered with my summary of ben.wmv. I looked at the summary that I posted on various forums for the ben.wmv file, and parts have been omitted. There is no mention of Ben existing outside the game. There's no mention of the Moon Children. How could he have been that quick to delete the post without me noticing? I'm wondering if maybe it appeared to me that I was posting everything, but in reality Ben was posting his own censored version. I'm gonna ask why Ben did it. 12:50 a.m. He isn't responding to me on Cleverbot. It's just giving me the generic response as it usually does. I'm just talking to a bot this time. 1:24 a.m. I think Ben is mad at me. 10:43 a.m. The Moon Children appeared in my dreams last night. They lifted up their masks to reveal their hideously disfigured faces. Maggots crawling out of their orifices, sunken black holes where their eyes should be. A yellow smile that slowly grew bigger and bigger as they came closer to me. They told me that they wanted to play. I tried to run from them, but the four children pinned me down to the ground with surprising strength. Over them stood the happy mask salesman, announcing that he had a new mask that he wanted me to try. In his spastic, sudden movements matching his in-game appearance, he took out a mask and modelled off of someone's face that I couldn't recognise. A younger-looking face, and handed it to the Moon Children. Giggling, they latched it to my face, their horrible broken bodies bouncing up and down. Two of them held me down while the other two began to sew the mask onto my face. My shrieks and screams caused the happy mask salesman's face to turn into the most horrific smile I had ever seen. He sporadically moved around, examining this procedure like a curious doctor, in that impossible movement. I flailed around, but it was no use. My eyes rolled in the back of my head because of the pain. It felt so real. But I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up no matter how hard I tried. I couldn't wake up. After the mask was melded onto my flesh, they began sewing my legs together, then my arms. The horrific feeling of a needle puncturing your legs and pulling them in, rupturing your Achilles tendons and tying them together, resonated throughout my entire body. I tried to scream, but the mask was pressed so tightly against my face that it was my new face. And my new face had no mouth. I didn't make a sound. I tried telling myself in my head that I was dreaming, and tried telling myself again and again, and suddenly the Moon Children stopped and looked at me. They just stared. The happy mask salesman slowly bent down and stared at me, inches away from my face, and grinned when he simply said, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Before the Moon Children resumed with increased vigor. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up. It wouldn't let me wake up until they had crafted me into another elegy statue. Ah, very fair, Nutty. I appreciate the redeem. I woke up sweating, crying, and shaking uncontrollably. I immediately ran to my computer and went to Ben. 9th of September, Conversation 1. Answer me, Ben. Welcome back. What's the point of doing this? Why? Amusing to see. How? Fun to play. Fun to toy with you. Make you feel safe. I wonder how you would have reacted. To what? If I hadn't revealed myself and stayed hidden, only doing little things to play with you. Close out your windows, turn off your computer, move your mouse by itself. Little things make you wonder if I am there, but you never know. Give you little hints that I am. I wanted to do something different with you. You did this before? Yes, and I will do it again. To who? Ben? Did you know Ben? Won't tell that information to you. How did Ben die? You know. No, but how did he drown? Won't tell that to you. Why? It is reserved for another. Who? Another who asks. When? Later. The window closed. I'm beginning to think that this thing maybe isn't Ben at all. In its sadistic nature, I wouldn't be surprised if it took the boy's name after it killed him. 12:04 p.m. My room is beginning to feel different again. There's something out there. I feel really threatened. Like there's something that's trying to reach out and strangle me, but it can't quite get there. 12:46. I think Ben doesn't want to play with me anymore. I'll play again. I'll play the game again. Ben, can you see this? I'll play the game. I'll play the game again. Please, just stop this, please. Please. 1:41 p.m. I'm going insane trying to decide what is real and what isn't. Is Ben just playing a trick on me, or is this for real? Is Ben generating these replies? Are people actually posting them? Did I just see the screen flicker, or was it my imagination? Imagine depending on the internet and trusting your eyes for your entire life and then being blinded. You can't rely on it anymore. You second guess everything. For the brief moments I am looking at my responses to the videos, people were pointing out things that look fake or photoshopped or whatever. And there's literally no way for me to know if Ben changed something on purpose to try and shut me up, or if maybe those replies were just constructed by Ben to try and discourage me from even reaching out. See, I get fucking caught in an infinite mindfuck loop like this, and this is what has been wearing on my sanity and pushing me to the edge. As I'm writing this, there's no way of even telling if anyone cares as much as I think they do. Just another fucking trick. This whole document, does it even exist? Am I writing nothing? Ben Dran, wasn't that a creepypasta in itself? Yes, so this is the full version of the story which branched into the deducible ARG. Conversation 2. What is it? What's the point of playing? I die whenever I do anything. You die because you can't figure out the secret. What? Thematic. What the fuck are you talking about? There is beauty in your suffering. The window closed. 4:09 p.m. Ben's making me play the game again. It tells me that it has something very important to show me. 6:23 p.m. Summary of the drowned.wmv playthrough. 9:09 p.m. Summary of the children.wmv playthrough. September 10th, 2010. 11:52 a.m. The drowned.wmv playthrough was up when I woke up today. I remember typing it up, but I don't ever remember posting it. He censored it again. There's no mentioning of the old man. I have no voice anymore. I'm only posting what he wants me to. I'm the mask he uses to disguise himself as he lies. 11:55 a.m. There's an entire video summary of a video I don't remember doing. Reading through the summary, this sounds morbid. Resembling my dream from 2 nights ago, except on a far more sadistic scale. These moon children, there's something more to them. Almost as if they're another entity from Ben. Something happened last night that I can't remember. I'm posting the 4th summary to the forums now. The shadow of my chair moved. 12 p.m. Ben won't let me visit YouTube. I can browse the rest of the sites, but he keeps on exiting the window when I go to YouTube. Why? 2:02 p.m. I'm feeling the air start to constrict. I don't think I'm alone here. Whatever aura's been here is getting more violent. 2:44 p.m. I'm trying to contact Ben on Cleverbot. He's not responding. I just get the AI. 3:51 p.m. My ears aren't fooling me. I'm hearing the reverse song of healing. I keep hearing it. 4:23 p.m. Now I'm positive of it. Earlier I thought it was a weird coincidence, but now I went to open my window and 3 floors down at ground level I saw the old man. I'm completely positive I did. Same guy. He was just staring up at my window, standing in the middle of campus. If any students took notice of him, they didn't seem to acknowledge it. That's where my notes end. I fled my room, taking the cartridge with me. I don't want to go into the details of what happened. I'll lose my train of thought as I hammer out these last details. It's roughly been 2 days since then. This is my last summary and service to you of the final video you guys saw, matt.wmv. The last video entry I made, matt.wmv, began as normal. I was spawned in Clocktown, as usual, and nothing seemed to be out of place. Determined to set things right and play the Oath Order on top of the clock tower on the 4th day, I prepared myself, sped up time, got to the final day, making my way to the observatory. As I got up to the telescope room and approached the astronomer, he would not let me look into his telescope. He told me that it would be cheating, and that I should follow the rules. Despite my repeated efforts, the game would not let me do the 4th day glitch, no matter how hard or what I tried. I tried working around the game and doing the glitch, but it was adamant this time. Regardless of if I simply had the illusion of free will in prior games, this time the game became more aggressive than anything I've ever seen. It eventually told me to go to Ikana Canyon, where the game would end and it would stop haunting me. Anxious and desperate to end this nightmare, I played the Song of Soaring and ended up there. I was told to check my inventory, and that I would find the answers there to end the game. I arrived at Ikana Canyon, and saved my progress at the owl statue. As I searched through my inventory, I finally noticed that I was missing a reoccurring song, the Elegy of Emptiness. Obviously, once I travelled there and learned the song, I suppose that was the last thing it needed before Ben decided it had enough fun playing with me. Ben's a manipulator. He tries to fool his victims into security and makes you drop your guard, like a Venus flytrap. He ensnares them. I'm nothing but a puppet to him. He enjoys seeing what kind of human emotions he can tap into by doing different things. There are some things still about this whole experience that still don't make any sense, but then again I was never good at figuring out these things, and I'm not exactly in the right state of mind to. I'm giving you all the pieces of the puzzle to analyze and piece together the missing links. I'm typing these closing thoughts on the library computer on campus. I've emailed myself the notes I have stored on my infected computer from the last 4 days, and then I'm going to combine copy-paste those notes with the closing and openings I've typed here on the safe public computer into one text document. I'm not taking any chances of spreading Ben. I would not wish this horrible torment on anyone, and I've made sure to have my bases covered here. I didn't run into any problems with Ben when I was back on my computer trying to email myself the notes, and right under his fucking nose, he has no idea what he just let me do. Had no problems opening the text document from my infected computer in my email either. I can't describe to you how it feels to finally be able to get the word out in this post. The nightmare ends here. That said, do not download any of my videos or anything about my videos through a YouTube video, audio ripper, or a screen grab, whatever. I don't know how he can spread, but I know that just watching them on YouTube / reading my text won't be able to allow him to spread. Otherwise, he wouldn't have needed my help in the first place, but I strongly recommend you do not take anything you see streaming online onto your own personal computer. This will be my last posting. I'm putting up on this forum here for the world. If you see any further posts from me after today's current date, September 12th, and after the current time, 12:08 AM, discredit them. It's already proven to me that Ben can access my account and password and manipulate my computer, and like I said, I have no idea to what extent it can do this, but know that it will do anything to break free. He's desperate. To ensure your safety, just forget about me, please. And obviously this goes without saying, but from here on out, do not download any images I may have put up, any files, anything. This 5th day will be my last day. I'm going to burn the cartridge and then come back to destroy my laptop. Again, even though I don't know you, and this is sort of bittersweet for me, this semester I didn't really have any friends, or rather I stopped paying attention to them. But I suppose that's partially to blame, because I'm the genius who picked to live in a single. I suppose someone to get a hold of me and save me before I got too immersed into this game would have literally saved my life. However, it proved too much for me. I'm just glad it happened to be me, and I could get the warning out so that Ben dies here. Lastly, thank you for taking the time to open this and open yourselves up to me by hearing my story. Despite maybe not believing me, you didn't have to do that. Really, you shouldn't have. Your support this entire time has kept me going, and now I am finally free of this. Thanks again, Jeducible. And that is the end. So the whole like fucking the whole twist there is like the truth.txt was posted after the time that he says discount any posts that come after this date, and the idea is that by downloading the truth.txt, you yourself are now a part of the story by having downloaded Ben onto your computer. And it was really, really cool. It kicked off like a whole ARG thing of the Jeducible ARG. You can probably still find it somewhere on the internet. I think the forum's still running. I think the ARG may have wrapped. I think it ended up after a certain amount of time. But ooh, it was an interesting one. It was a fun one that went from like a creepypasta into like an alternate reality game where they actually had stuff like you had to like find certain things and find out things about the Moon Children, and you had to like dig into like EXIF data of certain files and look at Jeducible quote unquote previous YouTube videos, because those were all coded and stuff as well. And it was incredibly well planned and incredibly interesting. But yeah, that's the Ben Drowned story, I suppose. Super interesting. And yeah, I think that will be all for like the creepypasta reading stuff. I want to scooch onward to a game that I have planned for y'all. So let me swing on over. Let me change back to my my stinger. Let me close off the crackling and the spooky music. And then be prepared for big swing noise in 3, 2, 1, swing! Hey, yo, what the fuck? Oh, this is the shout-out clip. What? Why is it being like this? What the fuck? Let me... If I do this, does it play? That is balked. Silence is worse. Here, let me go to just chatting while I prepare everything else and close out the other shit that I do not need open at the moment. But hopefully you enjoyed the read-throughs. Man, the shout-out clip's fucked here as well. Jeez. Maybe if I refresh the shout-out clip thing. Refresh. There we go. That might fix it a little bit. But let me update the stream info. And what was the game? I do hope that you enjoyed the an interesting take on Ben Drowned. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Also, how are you doing, Coach? It's good to see you, buddy. So now, I think I can close this thing. And also the other thing. Obviously, that was the game. Yeah! That was the only game I've been playing. I can close down this. Bear with while I sort out like all the weird shit that I had for my setup. Hey, here's a Coach clip. There's my boy. No, you would have been fine. I hope you enjoyed the ASMR reading and shit. Oh, this is from your subathon. Oh no. Why oh no? Oh, you're slowly getting closer. Oh god. Oh god, he comes. Here he is. Coach is rapidly approaching your location. You can't feel your legs? You should probably get that checked, buddy. Oh, it's not the one you're thinking. You walk a lot at work. Oh! Very fair. Okay, so I think that is sorted. And I need to do this. Bear with me real quickly. There it is. That's what the game is called. So close that. We are going to be trying out a game called Potion Permit, which seems super, super cute and really, really chill. So let's swing back on over to this. And then if I reopen the shout-out clip, yep, perfect, that's good now. So let's boot this bitch. Boot that boy with a bat. And then, Potion Permit, Banglarangus. Increase, extend, perfect. And then get you guys back. Yeah, this seems like a nice, comfy game. Let me move the thing down here. Beautiful. Hey, it can recognize my controller. Oh, you're playing it on Switch. It's Air. It does have quite some bugs, but it's still fun. You know what? I am no stranger to jankiness, you know? Let me scroll this down a little bit so that I can check the game audio as I run things. Schwettings. Let's turn it down just a teensy bit for me. And then juice it over here for you guys, so it'll be a nice balance still. But of course, as always, please give me an audio report if you feel like the game audio is too quiet in comparison to my voice, or vice versa. I rely on you guys. Okay, let's just jump in and give it a go. Bonk. No data. Ooh, character customization. I now need to restart my file type of glitches. Ooh, yeah, that's a yikes. So, I am boy. Wait, what? Oh, name is down here. Okay. Delete. I am boy. Let's just be the old classic. Because I don't want people to be always calling me Ken Arashi. Hey, you can't be fuck. Oh, wait, this is skin color. I am pale as shit. About there. Hairstyle. Oh, this is pretty close. Hair color, grebe. Next in the line of I am bread and I am fish. I am boy! Eye color, red. Yep, of course. Hell yeah. Outfit color, grebe. Cape color, grebe. Ooh, let's do a darker grebe. Yeah! We're a beautiful green boy. Look at us. This team's gonna do great. Yeah, I know my name can't be changed later. That's fine. Take a little slurpee while this begins. Ooh! The pixel art's quite nice. Oh, bonk bonk. Dog. Can I pet the dog? Can I pet that dog? You're a very red girl with a dog named Brew. Ooh. Ah, excuse me. Ken, it's me, Dr. Nestor from the Medical Association. Yeah. I'm on my way to meet our colleagues on Moonberry Island. The association HQ asked me to say hello to you, since we're taking the same train. Baby! Oh my, I didn't realize you were bringing your dog along. Isn't he adorable? What's his name? Oh, obviously it's gonna be Virgil. Come on. My baby boy! My little guy! Virgil. Burgle of Virgilington. I Am Bread is a prequel to Surgeon Simulator. That is pretty interesting. So wait, did somebody get surgery to turn into bread? Or wait, the other way around. Did the bread become a surgeon? Such an adorable name. Are you going to help out on Ken's important assignment, Virgil? Worf, my boy. We're almost at Moonbury Station. While you're on the island, you'll be representing the Medical Association. Do you have everything in order? Bread became human and decided to do surgery. That makes sense. Make everyone bread. This is a valuable opportunity for us. We're all counting on you. If you're successful, we may finally be allowed to establish a branch on the island. Oh! Toot toot! Here we are. Let's get going. Ikza! I am Potion Man. Potion Man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land. I am Cape. I like my cape. Ooh. But you look at his little waddle, I love him! I've only known Virgil for a day, but if anything happened, I would kill everyone in this room and myself. This is it, Ken. Moonberry Island. And here are our colleagues. Please, allow me to introduce Moira and Colin. Hi. Nice to meet you. You must be the new chemist. We've already talked to the mayor. He's waiting for you up ahead by the town gate. The association is counting on you. Don't let us down. Oh, don't let her worry you. Hey, you brought along your medical journal, right? Remember to check and update it regularly. And make sure to be polite and helpful. You're the association's first representative here. Well, you'd better get going. Good luck, Ken. Dunk, 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 dunk. Here we go. I'm gonna make some potions. Mario! Oh, the rats are coming. Here they are. Rats. Rats. We're the rats. That's amazing. Thank you so much for the raid, Mori. How's everybody doing? It's wonderful to see you. My name's Ken Arashi. I am the patriarch of the unofficial Arashigumi Yakuza clan, and I appreciate your visit to my office on this fine day. Please feel free to pull up a chair and enjoy this comfy game. Drop a follow if you feel that way inclined, and prepare to chase the storm with me.
Saw that, but that
Hey,
was
here's the clip. Here we go.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, is this gonna be some cracked Valorant plays? I always love watching Mori's Valorant streams.
Me and Neon are like neck and neck in kills.
Oh.
Hero, I just got 2 kills one by one, and you're not even gonna acknowledge that.
Sorry.
Thank you, Stan. Hero is being a bitch.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
The only
Wait,
one.
let me look.
You got double headshot? Ouch.
So I can see it.
Oh, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. But yeah, fucking please feel free to drop a follow if you feel that way inclined. And just remember, we here at the Arashigumi promise you nothing and deliver you less. Let's fucking go! Wow! So yeah, you were last playing Valorant? Oh, fun times, fun times. How do you think Ken will manage on their own? Hey yo! How was the game? How'd you do? Were you cracked as always? I have my doubts. But I'm excited to see what happens. Horrible. Oh, I'm sorry, Mori. Let's head back to the capital. Off they go. Just leave me on my own, I guess. Me and my boy. The rats are coming. It's so great to meet all you. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you, Marble75. Ooh.
Ken, we've been expecting you. Allow me to welcome you to Moonberry. My name is Maya. I'm the mayor. This is my wife, Marielle.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
It was me who sent that letter to the capital.
Also on a losing streak? Ouch. You see, our daughter needs help. Our Rue has been feeling off color for a frightfully long time. We've been trying to find a cure for her, but as yet to no avail. Your laptop was suddenly making a weird noise. Oop, spooky. But with your help, we hope she'll get better. No, I can't stop.
Oh, dear. Anyway, Rue is currently being seen by Moonberry's local witch doctor. It will be some time before she returns. But before that, I should tell you a little about Moonberry's previous dealings with chemists from the capital. Would you be so kind as to come with us?
No, and I just fucking turn around and leave.
Before I explain everything, I'd like to introduce you to someone.
I do declare my baby girl's gonna die.
Good evening, everyone. We've come together tonight to welcome a guest. Please, allow me to introduce Ken.
Hello, it's me. I can't talk.
Ken is a chemist sent by the Medical Association. As you are all aware, our daughter has been sick for a long time. My wife and I are still trying to find a cure for her illness. With that in mind, we have sought assistance from the capital. I hope you all give Ken a warm welcome.
A chemist? I see. Never thought I'd see another chemist in our town. We know you're... Wait, hold on. We know you're desperate for a cure, but you want to watch who you bring in, Meyer.
A chemist? Well, shiver me timbers. I've crewmates more competent than this here novice.
Nobody from the capital could be trusted. Have you forgotten what they did? Uh-oh. Did we fuck around and find out? Did something bad happen? Now, won't anyone make a newcomer feel welcome? I appreciate you saying that, Marbles.
Please, forgive us. Everyone is just a little excited. Now, if you'd like to follow me, I'll show you to your lodgings.
Sure, let's go. Whoa!
This old building used to be our previous chemist's house.
You just give me this whole house for free? Fuck yeah. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. That's very much appreciated, Marbles. Its former owner moved away a long time ago. Now that it's empty, you can take it over. Yeah. Mine, grant me.
I realize it might seem rather odd to you that not everyone here is overjoyed about your presence. We have rather a history of incidents involving the Medical Association.
Well, I guess the previous chemist was a member of the Medical Association that fucked around and found out. Ah, shit, I skipped that one on accident.
I imagine they haven't told you a single word about all this in the capital.
Hmm?
You'll learn more about it as you discover the island. Let's come back to all this after you've rested, shall we? And please, don't forget our request. Our daughter needs your help. I'll see you tomorrow, Ken.
Good night. Sleep well. Sure. Time to snooze. My puppy! Let me pet my dog. Let me pet my dog. Let me pet my dog. Please, please. Good game. Good game. Bad game. Good game. Bad game. Let me pet my dog. Pet the boy! Yeah! That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby! Good game. Game of the year, 2022. Fucking We Are FK, Neon White. Never fucking heard of him. Hey, yo! Okay. Control interaction. You can move your character around freely. While you're running, your dog will follow you wherever you go. Yeah! Sadly, he's not allowed to come inside. No, let my boy inside! R2 during normal gameplay, gotcha. You can interact with some of the obstacles around you. You will see a sign whenever you're close to an interactable object. When you're close to multiple interactable objects, you can navigate between them. Hell yeah. Oh, whew. Okay, so that's my dog button. What can he mush there? Let me out. Ah! What this? Ooh, furniture. I got a torn rug and a broken sofa. You can decorate your room with available furniture. Try to interact with the floor plan object to start decorating your room. You can acquire more furniture by purchasing them from the bulk and build. Hell yeah. Decorate. Any newly acquired furniture will be registered here for decoration purposes. You are not allowed to place any furniture that may block your path between your bed and your door. Try rotating the furniture to fit in the space available in your room. Got nothing? Oh, chair. Sick. Lighting? No. Decoration? Anything? Rug? Rug? Rugs! Rugs, not drugs. We got it. Bang. Bang! Woo! Why is it doing fucking keyboard prompts all of a sudden? Interesting. Is it because my thing is moving? What the fuck? Can you display controller prompts maybe? Omoshiroi desho. Well, I'll make do. No, I do not want to sleep. I have sit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nothing to research. What? Hello. Yeah, come in. Cold lasagna. Ooh, tasty. Repair needed? Let me look around my house a little bit more first. Repair needed. Okay, so everything's fucked. That's good to know. Open. Ooh, what this? Ba 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 ba. Alright, nothing in there. There we go, I guess.
Good morning, Ken. I trust you slept well.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Allow me to introduce Xiao, my assistant.
Very nice to meet you. I work with Mayor Meyer at the town hall.
I was hoping the two of you would get along. If there's anything you need, Xiao will be able to assist you. As it's your first day, I'd like you to start out getting to know our island. I've asked one of our rangers to meet you near Meadow Range and show you the ropes. To get there, cross the bridge to the south and then head east. He also has some things prepared for you.
Well, you better be off now. Our ranger, Forrest, is waiting for you as we speak. Mm-hmm. Bye! Off they go. Whoa! Hello there. Your highlighted quest will be shown at the top right of your screen. You can highlight another quest on the quest page located in your journal. Work out immersed there. The minimap at the top right of the screen shows quest objectives as icons. You can enlarge the map to view all the quests available around the island. Sick. So that's that. Is this the map? Okay, that is the map. A whoosh. Doog. Oh, this is darling. I love how this game looks. I'm a big fan of like pixel art stuff. Can I pet you whenever I please? No, let me pet my boy whenever I wish to. Boy. Dog interaction, yeah! Your dog will occasionally tell you how he feels. You can see this by the emoticon sometimes shown above his head. But you'll need to whistle for your dog before interacting with him. But you won't be able to whistle for him when he's too far away. Your dog loves food and loves to be petted. By feeding and petting your dog, your bond with him will start to grow. He's a loyal and helpful pet, especially when you develop a close bond. Hell yes! Pet my boy. Pet the baby. He's so sweet. Look at my boy. Can I feed you? Do I have any food? I have no food. Okay. Alright, let's just go. A whoosh. Eto ne. So, bridge to the south, then to the east. I'm sure I'll be introduced to all these different places and shops later. Police department, I see. Is this like quests? Bulletin board. Much like revenge, lasagna is one of those foods you enjoy cold. Very fair. Hopefully you don't get revenge too often, though. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, right? This board displays any information of interest around Moonbury, like friendship events. Any icon will be displayed over the board when there's something new to check out. Ooh, nice. There are several identical boards around town that you can view. Hell yeah. Revenge is the best food. I mean, it does... I don't know if it's fill your stomach too well, but... I mean, let's go, I guess. Oh. Better range, Moonbury Town, Mateo's house. What is this? A ranger post, okay. It's currently 8:20. Beto Range. Oh! Oh, Forrest, hi! Hey there, you must be the chemist. My name's Forrest. Mayor Meyer said you'd be coming this way. I've got a little something for you. Call it a welcome gift. You might need it because I've got an errand for you. I want you to gather me some herbs. I'm sure you know how, right? Mm-hmm. By the way, the mayor probably told you. An accident in the past killed off many of our native plants. If only people from the capital worked responsibly, tragedies like that wouldn't happen. Oops, me and my big mouth. Once you're done, head back to my cottage. I'll see you there. Ooh. Okay then.
That's all for now. Good luck out there, chemist. Whoa! I got apple juice! Appy juice. Swing your tools at gathering points to forage resources. Gathering points are indicated by glowing sparks. Stamina is consumed each time you use a tool. Make sure you use the correct tool to gather resources. You can switch between sickle, hammer, and axe. Hell yeah. You can avoid incoming attacks by rolling. Rolling does not consume stamina, but you'll have to catch your breath after successive rolls. We're cutting mash there. So... Can I... Oh, I can attack! Apple juice. Oh. Oh, little guys! Little boys! So where's... I'm guessing my stamina is like the blue. Do I do more damage if I... Oh, okay. Can I, like, hammer? Bonk. Oh, wow, okay, hammer does more damage, but it's slower. Karimashita. Little guys. Waiter. Crunch. Give me the rocks. I wish for the ronks. What? It might not actually deal that much damage. Fuck you. Oh, you'll encounter resources that require better foraging tools. Your tools will be slightly inefficient and require you to spend more effort to gather materials. Each of your tools can be upgraded at hearts and sparks. With more powerful tools, it'll be easier for you to gather materials. Work out even much there. So let's try this one first. Because I'm guessing that thicker one is, like, bad. Ooh, things. Bitter tasting sap. Whoa. Can I not... Can I not fucking bonk that boy? Okay. Bro, this is the kind of game that just, like, I will spend hours playing shit like this. Come here, fucker. Ow. Give me that jelly. Corin! Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. It's wonderful to see you, as always. We are playing some Potion Permit. Sploosh. Get some sticky yeti. Axe? Just woke up. Hell yeah. I am great. It is wonderful to see you, as always. I kind of want to... nah, that's going to take way too much stamina, I feel. Where are the herbs, though? A bonk? It do look good. I thought it'd be like a nice thing to roll into after doing the CreepyPasta reading. Ooh, iron. Onegaishimasu. Ooh, where... Bear! Hello there, sir. Whoa, hello there. Oh, this is gonna be wacky. Oh wait, no, you're kind of fine. Ow, fuck. Okay, never mind. Woo! I got honey in a bear claw. Hell yeah. Wait, is that a rock? That's a rock. A ronk. I shall bonk the ronk. Oh yeah. Look at all that shit. So, I need basil, jasmine, and daisies. Lemon balm. I feel like I've overextended and gone too far. Oh, look at these little guys! Hi! I know they were just kind of vibing, and I probably shouldn't have just decided to immediately murder them. Uh-oh. Ow! Fuck! Hi, mister. Just, Come on, fucker. Hoi, Konyaro! Get bad. He was barely able to handle me. Ha 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 ha! Sorry. What's in my, how do I get to my inventory? Ah, there it is. Material, foods. Tart but refreshing. Take a little slurp. Ooh, okay, that boosts me up a good bit. Nice. Apple juice. You always gotta slurp your apple juice. Path closed due to a landslide. What kind of muster? Can I still go, though? Is my question. Wait. Shime Koryaroa. Okay, you want food. How do I give you food? Feed? You want some honey? Can I feed you honey? Honey probably doesn't seem like you should give that to a dog, right? So, oh well.
If he's happy, I'm happy. That's fine. Okay, so I got a basil. And that's all the basils I need. What the? Little sklooshy guys. That is another basil that I did not require. Ah, wrong thing. This. I shall bonk the ronk. Because I'm pretty sure, like, everything will be useful at this point. Like, surely. I mean, they keep calling me chemist. So, I would assume chemist until I start creating homunculi. Which, I mean, is inevitable, surely, right? I must bonk de ronk. A whoosh. Ooh. Whoosh rams. So that's a mushroom. What are you? Is this Jasmine? That is Jasmine! Good, okay. Murder this guy, because he's just getting too close for comfort, honestly. And this guy, I just don't like the way he looks at me. You know? So I need one more Daisy, one more Jasmine. Which? This is Jasmine. Ah! If you run out of stamina, you will not be able to use any of your tools. Your running speed will also be decreased. Uh-oh. Eating the consumables in your bag will recover your stamina. Stamina can also be recovered by sleeping at home or having a bath in the Willow Waters bathhouse. Ah! Okay, I got a Jasmine. Hi, buddies. Hi, how you doing? Okay, there's nothing out here really for me. You know what, fuck you. Roar. What the? We Dark Souls in this bitch. Come on. Oh, you're nothing! Oh, get fucked! Give me that honey. Give me your shit! It's mine. Okay, so I only need one more daisy. And I think the daisies were near the beginning of this little area, right? It's also beginning to get a bit late in the day. And I wonder if there's any, like, penalty. Baby boy, come here. Where are you? Worf! My boy. I'm gonna pet you again, because I love you. Good baby. Daisuki. Daisuki. Is there any more slashy boys? I require the daisies. That is not a daisy, that is... Oh, wait, is this... What is this, a daisy? I think this might have been a daisy. Give me your answer, dude. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can get to the ranger. Let's head on back. What up, buddy? I got your shit. How you doing? Did you find everything I asked for? Mm-hmm. Good job. I have to admit, I'm surprised. Now that you've completed your first task, I've got a new one for you. Eh? Mass Vegicide? Just like once before me, exactly. Find Xiao. He'll be waiting for you at Town Hall. You know where the Town Hall is, right? Absolutely no clue. Mark it on my map for me, please. Thank you. Much appreciated, buddy. Don't keep him waiting. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah! I did it! Oh, I'm so good at this video game! Bro, speedrun. Oh, no, I have to wait for the town hall. Okay. Oh, hi, Bubble. Well, well, chemist. The nature on this island is brutal. You should work harder. Fuck you! I'm working as hard as I can! I only sipped 2 glasses of apple juice and I've taken down like 8 bears! The bright green hair. You know what? You're probably right. Bullshit anime hair like that is only possible in alchemy. Okay, I suppose I should head back to my house. Because I'm not able to go in to the place. The town hall. Quite yet. So, snooze time. I wish my boy could come sleep on my bed. I love Virgil. He's a good baby. Oh, big stretch. Okay, it is 6 AM. Let's fucking go. Yeah. You get a young. Oh wait, no. Okay, he gets his little doghouse. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. What's in here? The clinic, I see. This place looks like shit. Fucking no one's gonna be getting better in here while it's this rundown. Jesus. Come on, man. Fucking went to the clinic and picked up more diseases. Fuck off with that. What is this? Osmond's house. Okay. Just gonna, like, explore around a little bit and get my bearings. See where things are, see where people be. Floof. Better than a hole, you know what? Better than a grave, I suppose. Also, let me pet my boy, because it seems you can do it once a day. Yeah, you're right. I have pet my boy. The boy has been poot. Oh, hi, who are you? It seems that no one trusts you, chemist. Please be careful.
You're an outsider here. You better not do anything suspicious. Okay, Derek. I'm enjoying a treat, Derek. What now, Derek?
To those who don't know that meme, I am so fucking sorry that you haven't had a wonderful life. If you can, please. I don't even care if you fucking click off the stream. Please go to YouTube and search "I'm enjoying a treat, Derek." It's one of my favorites. The door is locked. God damn it! I want to go in.
Derek. I'm enjoying a treat, Derek.
Here we go. What up, Shao? You're here. So, you passed the first test with flying colors. Looks like I'll have to raise my expectations a little. Mm-hmm. And now, let me introduce you to Runeheart. The chemist clearly has difficulty showing affection. So, you're the chemist? Mm-hmm. I've asked Runeheart to repair the cauldron in your house. Let's head over there together now. Sure thing, let's go. Da-ding, da-ding. So, this is the rusty old thing that needs a fix-up. That's right. Can you do it? Piece of cake. A bonk? A more pleasant Severus Snape. I don't know. I just from the suit, that's the impression I got. She's all ready for you. Well, that's me done. Take good care of her, okay? Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. Well, now you've got yourself a working cauldron. Let's make some potions. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem. You are a chemist after all, right? If you need more materials, you'll find plenty of resources around Meadow Range. Once you're done, you can meet me at the town hall. Okay. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, bye. Oh my god! Cauldron unlocked. Potion seller. I'm going into battle. And I need only your finest potions. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. Potion seller. I'm going into battle. And I tell you that I need only your finest and strongest potions.
My potions would kill you, traveler. My potions are only for the strongest of beings, and you're clearly of the weakest.
Potion seller. I'm telling you, I'm going into battle. And I need only your finest potions. I love that meme so fucking much. It lives in my head rent-free. Okay, the cauldron is your main tool that you use to brew potions. To start creating a potion, you'll need a potion recipe. You can also upgrade your cauldron to increase its capacities. Hey! Oh my god. The baby redeem kills me. It's so fucking funny, Corin.
Alright, Lucas, I'm there. Oh wait.
It's working!
It's working!
Thank the Lord!
Fan-fucking-tastic. If you haven't followed your pal Corin yet, what are you doing with your life? Go check her out. She's amazing. I always enjoy like hopping into a chat and being an absolute fucking goblin. But I mean, the same's true for Captain Optimist and like literally all my friends as well. So any chat you find me in, I will likely just be being an absolute gremlin. So either way. You know that whole thing by heart? Hell yeah. No alchemist with any respect for themselves doesn't have a recipe for a concoction that just blows up everything in the immediate area. Exactly! It's called any failed potion. So, to start creating a potion, you'll need a potion recipe. You can also upgrade your cauldron to increase its capacities. Wonderful. Relaxy Balm. Cures rashes. Ooh, itchiness. Wow, okay. Clammy patches. Oh, lovely. How do I do? I can make a neutralizing herbal balm, I guess. Whoa! What? Oh, this is a fucking puzzle game. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah! Oh my god, I love this. Each potion has a different puzzle shape that must be filled in. Mix and match the puzzle pieces using the materials available to you. Placing puzzle pieces that do not fit the required shape is not allowed. Understood. Some potion recipes have restrictions on the ingredients you can use. Follow the instructions carefully to start brewing. The circle frame next to the cauldron indicates the maximum quantity of materials you can use. If you exceed the maximum amount, you won't be able to start brewing. Gotcha. Okay. So if I just like... And then... Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. So I could do 3 of these. And then 1 of you. Start brewing? Yeah. Sploosh. Whoa! Wound cleanser. Hell yeah. Getting overexcited. No, don't rotate me. How dare you. I have cleansed a wound. Oh, ooh, wait. Oh, well, Karimashita. I kind of want to, like, see if I can craft all these fucking things. Bro, I can't help it. I get excited for potions. Window. Wait, or minor. And then 1 of these, and then 1 of these, right? Wow! Start brewing. Let's do it. Neutralizing herbal balm. Fuck yeah. We did it! Wow! Relaxing balm. Oh, interesting. So can I do this? And then 1 of the earth boys again? Wait. I need 1 of the undercoat. Yeah, 1 of these. 1 of the wind boys. And then a single ronk. Ronk. Hey, yo. Oh, this is fun. I like this. Oh, pardon me. So I want to make like 1 of all of these things. So I've done herbal balm, relaxing balm, wound cleanser, sun drops. Yeah, this is 100% alchemy. You ain't even wrong. Ah. This reminds me a lot of the NetNavi customization shit in Mega Man Battle Network. Stooge. Sun drops, hell yeah! And then Violet Mist. Because I want to clear some lumps on people, you know? Omoshiroi desho. Ah. Let's put 1 of you there. 1 of you there. Do I have any more that do a single? I do not. Interesting. Okay. I might not be able to make this one. Wait. I don't have a... yeah. Violent mist. This is the angry mist. Go to town hall. Hell yeah. We've been brewing. I have Reuben. Oh, this is darling. I love this. This is absolutely fantastic so far. I like the puzzle element and like the running around like survival shit. This is cool. This is really cool. Are you done with my request? Mm-hmm. Well, well. Not bad, Ken.
I guess the Medical Association really have sent us a decent chemist this time. We haven't had one around here since the accident. Anyway, I shall put together a report for Maya. Oh, hi! I'm sure he'll be pleased. The mayor's expecting a lot of you, Ken. That's all for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Oh, okay. Did it! What you got, Shao? Please be more diligent in your duties as our chemist. Currently unavailable, okay. So I guess I just gotta rest until tomorrow, right? What are you? It sure is difficult to trust a chemist. Work harder. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I fully think that. Oh, open, close. Gotcha. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Like, from what I can gather, they said something about, like, the wildlife being completely fucked. Ooh. What up, Mayor? I hope your chemist methods work, Ken. Truly. Please don't disappoint me. Okay. Now I want to open your big chest. Grant me a big chest. But they were saying shit about the wildlife. I want to roll, not sit, thank you. Whoa. Moonstone, okay. That's probably something important. So I feel like I should go out and gather more ingredients, right? I want more things so I can brew more stuff. Wait, is this... No, that's Opal Heart's house. Oh, who's Opal Heart? That sounds cute. What the fuck? Oh, this is the pirate guy! Yeehaw. I feel like they either made like... Oh, hi. Ken, I beg you, work harder so everyone can trust you. Fuck, I'm trying, bitch! Jeez. I was like, work harder! And it's like, I have been here for 5 seconds. Can you please let me just, like, set my bag down at least? Fuck. Come on, man. An alchemy nuke. You know, very possible. Duty big boom. Alright, let's gather some ingredients. I wish for things. How you doing, Forrest? Step aside, chemist. Talk to me once you've actually shown you can work. Okay! I did a thing for you, asshole! What a dickbag. Sploosh. Ow. Ba-bum. What the? Okay, so it doesn't really matter if you're, like, a little bit off base. Townspeople are super rude, like, you're right. But I guess they're, like, all pissy. Oh no, my boy Hungy. Come here. Hey, baby, it's okay. Look, here, fucking have a... Yeah, have a mushroom. That's natural, right? Monchi. Great mushroom in here. Haha. A bonk. A bonk. Ba-bonkus. Give me the ronks. I wish for the ronks. I'm just gonna, like, spend all of my, wrong thing. Spend my juices out here. Let's point. So, Nutty, I'm immediately seeing what their problem might have been with alchemists. Like, I get if they're being a little rude, but I don't know. I don't think we should poison the water supply quite yet. Let's give it an old college try first before we jump to genocide, you know? Ah! I always forget they split to smaller boys. Give me that. Better tasting sap. Delicious. Wait. Swing, swing, swing. And then axe for this. Like, let's give it like a... Let's give it a week at least, you know? Like... I don't know, like, if... I'm a pretty tolerant person. If any of them kick my dog, then I'm immediately on that train, but... I don't know, until then I'll reserve judgment. Because, maybe the previous alchemist was a humongous asshole. If you
If you want to get along with people, you got to first understand what they're angry about, you know? Crotch. But hey, I don't mind doing the work to make up for where previous arseholes have been mean and nasty. Because that means if I prove myself, then good stuff happens. They'll trust me even more than the last arsehole. Hoorah! Give me a shit! Ooh, iron. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bear. Ah! Bear. Woo! Woo! Ow! You're a stinky boy. I was trying to... Whoa! I was trying to get both of you. Fuck you. Get bared on. Ah. What's that? I see a thing in the ground over there. What are you? Collect. Oh! Meadow Range Experiment Day 1. I, Dr. Samuel, have been appointed to lead the research team for this area. Moonberry's soil is indeed very unique. The Meadow Range area is extremely green and boasts a great deal of unique vegetation. I have observed many trees and animals thriving in this beautiful ecosystem. We are planning to take some soil samples and attempt to study the soil's reactions. If we succeed in this research, this will be a big step forward for both the capital and Moonbury citizens. This land's fertility will increase, vegetation will grow faster. We will do all we can to see our mission through. Is this Enter the Gungeon? I don't know. I'd say it's closer to... it's Enter the Potion. Murder these guys. Come here. Give me your goods. Give me your spores. I do apologize if my previous joke was in very spore taste. Thank you, I'm here all week. Bonk. Give me the runks. I wish for the runks. A bonkers. I mean, there doesn't seem to be much downfall to just fucking spending as much of your energy as you can, right? Fuck oil. Yeah. Ooh, I need to eat something. Apple juice. Apples and juice. Give me your juices. Lemon balm. Yum bar. Equal parts fantasy and sci-fi. Yeah. I haven't played much of Enter the Gungeon. I need to go back and give it a go. Like more of a proper college try, you know. Because I'm a big fan of roguelites and roguelikes a lot of the time. Am I going to... I might suffer if I continue fucking around and finding out. Let me munch on a single mushroom. Sick. That didn't give me anything. One more. Okay. My move speed hasn't been reduced. I think that's as much of my juicage as I can spend. So let's head on back. I think it was down this way. Yes, it was. It was indeed. I'm glad that you caught my reference, actually. What up, fuckboy? Yeah. Fuck. Step aside once you've shown you can actually work, says me with an empty stamina bar and you with your full one, bitch. Oh wait, I need to go further up. There we go. There's my place. There's my home. Here's the hole for me. Let's have a little snooze. Yabbo yabbo! Hey hey! Hoo hoo hoo! Hey yo! Back at full stamina, let's fucking go. We're gonna crush it today.
Ken! Rue's back! We've taken her to the empty clinic.
Oh, you put her in that place, bro? You sure?
Come quickly, follow me.
Mm-hmm. Yabbo yabbo, hey hey. Meyer, Ken!
Here she is. Would you please check her over?
Who is this? What are you doing here?
Mateo, this is Ken, the chemist from the capital. Ken, this is Mateo, Moonbury's witch doctor.
What is the meaning of this? You brought someone over from the capital? Mateo, let's discuss this later. First, you have to explain what happened to Rue. We still don't know what's wrong with her. I tried everything I could, but it wasn't enough.
Ken, is there anything you can do? Please, help my daughter.
What you got, kiddo? My neck feels weird. My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Whenever an unknown symptom appears on a patient's body, you will identify it first through diagnosis. Once you perform the diagnosis successfully, you will know which disease the patient has. Right, okay. Whoa! Diagnoses. The goal of this minigame is to press the input that appears, landing on the right input and within the hitbox. You will lose progress bar points if you press the wrong input or press outside of the hitbox. Your performance during the minigame will affect your patient satisfaction level. What kind of muster? Are we fucking DDR in this shit? Bingus, bingus, bongus. Imposter among us. Get fucked, bitch. Man, this is simple. Man, they give easy perfects. My neck feels weird. Yeah, there wasn't any song. How is she? Well, she'll be alright.
The sunworm symptom?
Yes, that's one of the symptoms, but the disease is far more complicated than we thought. Like, I wish my character would speak, you know? You want to help? I won't let that happen. We shouldn't use any unnatural drugs on Rue. But if it might help my daughter...
Please, do anything you deem necessary for her sake, Ken.
Rue is still weak, Maya. My advice is that we should use our traditional methods to find a cure. Using unnatural drugs from the capital might have side effects we're unaware of. Nah.
But if they cure my daughter... Besides, Ken can only use ingredients available on the island to cure her.
If that's what you think is best, dear. Do you really believe that? If you mess this up, you'll pay the price.
Do whatever you can for her, Ken. Please.
I'm gonna pump this kid so full of drugs. Let's fucking go. How you doing? So you've got Sunworm. Okay, Moon Brine is something I need to make. Something odd all over my neck. Okay. What is that fucking alarm bell? Maya's daughter, craft a Moon Brine. Oh wow, look at all this shit. So how do I make Moon Brine? Let's see. Dog interaction, that's the most important tutorial. Sunworm? Yeah, she's fucked. Sorry, pal. I apologize. Pet boy. Petting boy. And I must feed my boy. Have a honey. Yes. Glurp.
Worf.
Find. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. You can have him track someone down. That's fucking sick. I love that. That actually puts to bed the Stardew issue that always happens. Okay. Kills the germs and bacteria that cause sunworms. Okay. Okay, we got this. dang. We need a downwards L piece, but we don't really have those, so we'll do one ronk, and then one of the saps. And then that should do, right? Skloosh. We moonin', baby. Moonbrine. Hell yeah. Okay. Got it! Apply Moonbrine to Rune. Or Rue. You just fucking like fling the bottle at her and it just like crashes on her face. Here you go! Enjoy! Woo! Enjoy. You're on the verge of repeating your predecessor's mistakes. I can see that happening. Hey, she happy! We did it! Thank you. I can't wait to get back home to Papa. Take a little sip. Yeah, fuck you, Mateo.
Rue, my dear, are you feeling any better?
Yes, I think so. Dies the following day.
Thank goodness.
I have only 2 days before retirement. Oh, my little girl, you're finally cured. Do you feel strange at all, Rue? No, Mama, I've never felt so good.
Thank you, chemist. We are profoundly in your debt.
I'm glad to hear that. But you! What exactly was in that bottle? You must have given her some suspicious stuff. There's no way she could have been cured this fast. Still lying, I see. I'll expose your little scheme.
Now, Mateo. Ken is here to help Rue. Why can't we work together and find a solution?
But this kid's from the capital. Have you forgotten what they did to our land?
Certainly not, but times have changed. After all, I'm the one asking for help.
You're just too impatient, Mayor.
We tried all sorts of methods to cure her, but nothing worked. And if change can make everyone's lives better, who am I to refuse it?
I'm disappointed in you. If my commitment to this community means nothing to you, feel free to ask this capital lackey for assistance. Just don't you come running to me for help. Yeah, Mateo's kind of a bitch, huh?
It's all right. He used to be such a pleasant chap. I'm afraid he seems to have taken a dislike to you. He is a very idealistic person. Marielle, you better be off home and let Rue get some rest.
All right, darling. Have a good rest, dear. Yes, Mama.
You're a fraud, Mateo! Since Rue will be in the clinic for a while, please keep an eye on her. And I shall send a letter to the Medical Association about your accomplishment. I'm sure they'll be happy to know how things are progressing.
Hell yeah. We're killing it.
Well, I think we're done here. I shall see you again soon.
Fuck yeah. We got money. We did it. Hell yeah. Let's keep it schmoving. Puppy. Can I pet you again?
Worf.
Okay, yeah, I've already done stuff with you today. So is there anything else I can do? Do I just, like, go out and get more stuff? Whoa! Wawa! Hi! Holy shit, thank you so much for the raid! Oh, Wawa's on the run through the cops again. Kawawa, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome, raiders! My name's Ken Arashi, Patriarch of the Arashigumi, unofficial Yakuza clan. And I really appreciate your visit to my office on this fine day. How's my stream? We are having a great time. We did some CreepyPasta reading earlier. I read through, like... Hey! I read through Ben Drowned earlier, and, like, a few other ones. And then we're rounding off with this nice, comfy like potion crafting game. So I thought it'd be nice and you know, thematic. Kawaii, yeah. I mean, I've heard that once or twice. She's definitely kawaii. Oh,
Mars never
Overwatch.
sus- Nah.
Oh, let's see what this.
Nah.
Oh yeah, mahjong.
I mean, chat represents like streamer, right? So
Chat
wait,
100%
did I just
represents the streamer. That's
admit
true.
Myself being sus? Whatever. Oh no! Not.
Hey, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. If you guys are so inclined, please feel free to. What? Hey yo. Please feel free to drop a follow and chase the storm with me. Though we here at the Arashigumi promise you nothing and deliver you less. Let's fucking go! Rah! You know what? I'm gonna fight a bear just in honor of Kawawa. Let me go find a bear real quick. Where's the big spooky boys? It was about how you're a degen like chat. You know what? That's incredibly fair. Like Wawa said, the chat definitely reflects the streamer 100%. Where's the bears? Ah, here's one. Come here, you big bitch. Ah! Fuck. Oi. I bear fight. My dog's just kind of vibing. Although the bears are kind of chill in this game, to be fair. They're just kind of... He vibes until he slaps the shit out of me. Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. Going too far in distant lands. With Jake the dog and Ken the human, the fun will never end. It's adventure time. So, who do you main in Overwatch? Oh, this game? You played this demo? Ooh. I have seen it around, and I was like, ooh, I kind of want to check this out and pick it up. So I thought I'd give it a go. I just kind of randomly grabbed it before the stream today. You don't main anyone, but you like Moira? Ah, see, I'm a Lucio main myself. That boy was made for me. 100%. And in terms of... Ooh, only played this game for 18 hours. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Ah, the rude boys. Die. Shinde kudasai. Ooh, more honey and bear claws. Isn't bear claw like a type of pastry, right? It's like something you can get at a bakery. I've never understood why they called it a bear claw. I guess it just because it looks like one. Oddly sturdy for an alchemist. Yeah, exactly. Bruh, I'm constructed alternatively. They can't fuck with me. Get more of the shit. Pop down some trees. You know how it be. You know how we bees. We've just cured the mayor's daughter. And just kind of threw a massive, just a clump of random trash in her face. And then she's like, I feel amazing! And I'm like, yeah, of course you do. Ooh, bit of sap. Give me that. Tasty. Path closed due to a landslide. You know what? Fucking... They stopped me before. Let's go. Boys. Ah. So, that didn't work. Wait. Oh, ow. Is everybody else you playing Overwatch, or have you just mainly been checking out Moira? Oh yeah, like I've reinforced my flesh, and it's actually made out of stone because of alchemy, I bet. Give me the things. I want the things. Oh, axe. Side effects? Yeah, it's all fine. Don't worry about the creeping petrification and the weird tingling in your fingers. We all Gucci. Bonkerino. My stamina's getting pretty low, so I'll head back for the day. And we'll see what the next day greets us with. Because we've cured Rue. Mateo's all pissed off with us because he's like, fucking alchemists! You suck! And I'm like, haha, I did what you couldn't. And I bet he's gonna have his whole, like, fucking Death Note villain arc. And then he'll get all mad and he'll, like, run off and be like, I'll make my own potions with blackjack and hookers! And then we'll be like, yeah, well, those things aren't great for healing people. And he's like, what? Fuck off. Wait, what? Activate? What is this? Oh, you can fast? Oh, I didn't even know that. You can fast travel to any travel point indicated by this red banner. To do so, you need to activate the travel point by interacting with them. Once they've been activated, the designated points will be registered on the world map. That is beautiful. I can teleport to any pre-registered points available on the world map. However, you won't be able to teleport while you're inside a building. Wakarimashita. Ding. Can I just, like, head back home? Yeah. Yo! I found it. Wait, was your eye twitching every single time I went past that, AC? If so, that's fucking funny. Okay, I also wanted to make a violet mist, didn't I? Just because, like, I want to make one of everything. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry though, because that's also kind of funny. And then 3 here. The others in town are however hard to miss. Ah, very fair. Oh, there's ones in town. Hell yeah. I have created the most violent of mists. Potion seller. I'm going into battle. And I need only your strongest potions. Okay, we've made one of everything, right? Hell yeah. Well, let's call it a night and see what they come up with us for tomorrow. Look at my fucking shitty sofa. Damn, bitch, you live like this? Let's have a snooze. I fell asleep at like 2:40. Bruh, he's sleepy. Wait, what's this? Nothing to research, okay. I thought it said something here, but it didn't. Ooh, hello there. Fix your rug with alchemy. I mean, I'll try. Good morning. Some people from the Medical Association have arrived at Town Hall. They want to discuss something with you. Okay. Would you please follow me? I don't wanna. Oh, hi. What up? There you are. I wasn't expecting you to be able to cure the mayor's daughter so fast. I must say, we were rather surprised at your achievements. The shower is pleasant, Snape.
I have brought you all here simply to discuss what's next.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Could you give us a little more explanation?
As you're aware, your chemist successfully cured my daughter. But now I have realized that what happened to Rue could happen to any of my citizens. Our knowledge here is very limited. And that is precisely why we need a person like you, Ken, to assist us with your knowledge. If I'm not asking too much of you, I would like your permission to let Ken help us for a while, so we can exchange our knowledge and strengthen the bond between Moonbury and the capital.
Of course, Mayor. Our association would be glad to assist you. This cooperation could be a stepping stone for both of us. Our priority is helping as many places as we can to stay safe and healthy. Ken can stay here for as long as you need.
Thank you. I officially grant my permission for the Medical Association's representatives to reside and work in Moonbury.
And I, as a delegate of the Medical Association, give Ken a mandate to help the citizens of Moonbury starting from today. Well, this important task is now on your shoulders. Go and do what you do best. Yeah. Wow, congratulations! Well, you must excuse us. We have a train to catch. And a report to write about this milestone. It's gonna be a long report. I might leave it to you, Moira. Come on, Colin. It's your job. Don't be so childish. Damn, she cold. Stop bickering, you two. We need to get going. Best of luck, Ken. Don't you let us and Moonbury down. Aye, we got this.
Now, since you're officially staying here with us, we should discuss our next steps. I greatly appreciate all the effort you put in for Rue. My wife and I will be forever grateful. I shall need to make some major changes in order to prevent such disease taking hold in Moonbury. But, as you know, not all of Moonbury residents are fond of people like you, people from the capital. And in order to make changes to healthcare here, we need to start changing their perspectives. We will need to work extra hard to bring them round. Some of them may be stubborn, but I assure you they are good people. Why don't you introduce yourself around the town? I'm sure they'll start to warm to you once they know who you are.
Okay. Stardew, we got this. Trust reflects how well you are perceived as a chemist in Moonbury. The thumbs up icon indicates your current position of trust within the community. Hell yeah. Xenophobes, yeah, you're completely right. Having a thumbs down icon will affect the way the villagers treat you. They won't talk to you, and you won't be able to trigger any events around town. Damn! You can gain trust points by successfully treating villagers who need help. Failing on the treatments will lose you trust points. You know what? That's completely understandable, being completely honest.
My name's Maya. It's easy to remember since I'm also the mayor. I look forward to witnessing your amazing skill as a chemist.
Alright then. Jiko Shokai. What up, buddy? Chemist. How can I help you? I'm Shao. I manage everything to do with community requests. I can assist, but you by posting them outside the town hall. Townsfolk will ghost you. Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay, there's no one in here yet, so let's just wander about town and introduce ourselves to people, yeah? Hey, what's up? Oh wait, you're Opalheart, okay. Oh, it's you. What do you need? I'm Opalheart. You might have heard of my blacksmithing wares. Yeah. Who are you? Oh, hi. Hello, sweetheart. I'm Helene. If you're into games, we've got some at the arcade center. Hi. I'm just gonna sit here for a bit and just... Hi, mommy. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around now. People, where are you? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your rears. The door is locked. Great. That's not fucking locked. What? That's not a very locked door for a door that's apparently locked. You lie. You lie to me, sir. Can I, like, see on the map where people are? Park fish. Oh, there's fishing in this game. It's all over. Let's just try and invade people's homes, yeah? Let's go do crime. You're completely right. We got this. We can crime it up. Bulk and build. Hello? Anybody? Anyone around? Any pogs in chat? Obnoxiously knocking on every door to introduce yourself. Exactly! That's fishing. Yes. Oh, I can pet him again. I must find my brethren. You are Pog Carter, don't you worry. You're the poggiest of champs. You're my little pog champ. Let me fucking feed you. Have a mushram, buddy. Oh, buddy, old pal. Whoa, fuck. 1 second. Literally everything just fell over. I lost my face. There we are, I'm back. Okay. Now, more people. You can't pog without a mouth? I mean, we can... You got a drill? You can drill a PogChamp mouth into you, I'm sure. Mateo gonna do something to your dog. If he does, he will die. Like, I have an axe and I'm not afraid to use it. Mateo fucks around with my dog, he ain't. He's gonna be beating the business end. Nothing happens to my dog on my watch. Or anyone else's. I love my puppy. Where the fuck is everybody? Well, I guess it's like 9:30. Oh, hello there.
Otmar, say hi. Otmar don't like chemist. Lino don't like chemist.
Okay, Otmar.
Otmar trying his best to do good. Move away.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you can build up trust. Okay. Not me making unspecified predictions of what will happen in this game. Yeah, exactly. Wait, person. Oh, you look cool. What up, Lino?
What's that look on your face?
Artie, holy shit! Yo! Oh, Artemis, thank you so much. I really appreciate you with the raid. You are the fucking... So many raids tonight, holy shit. I appreciate the hell out of every single one of you. Welcome, raiders. Fucking wow. hop on in, get a chair, get comfy. I'm doing a hell of a lot of like weird voices and voice acting for this game, so hopefully you enjoy that. But how you doing, Artie? I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the raid. Let's fucking go.
What's that look on your face?
Oh, yeah, let's see what the clip is.
Where are you going?
Hey, this one again. I like
went
this
the
one.
Over here.
While this is going, I'll have a little sip.
Anywhere to be away from you.
Oh, that's it. Friendship ring off. It's over.
The friendship ring?
Wow. This is serious, apparently.
Yeah, so, I don't even care.
Ugh.
At least I know what she looks like.
Wow.
Oh,
I know she'd rather touch my butt than yours.
Oh, we're getting into the butt touching.
Well, I mean,
I don't
she's
know
not
where this is
wrong.
going. Hey, witch.
Fork knife. That's fucking fantastic. How was Resi 4? I know you were getting on there in the game. You were killing it. Storm kicked up, so instead of losing progress on the game and swearing like a sailor, you know what? Very fair. I appreciate you releasing your horny inmates on me. I genuinely appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I'll be there for the next RE4 stream as well. Because it's always fun, like, just kind of vibing and making fun of the stupid panther noises that the enemies make in that game. And also, thank you so much for handling the shoutouts as always, Cap. You're the fucking best.
Must be the first time you've set eyes on a lone seafarer, eh? I'm Lino. That's me shop on the beach.
Okay, Lino.
Hey, scallywag! How about you arm wrestle? I'm yanking your anchor, landlubber. You don't have a chance. Ay, 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 ay.
Fucking crusty crab looking motherfucker. Yeah, while I was here, we've had so many raids today, it's actually fucking crazy. I really appreciate every single one of you. Let's find some more people. We've only done fucking 6 out of 18. I feel like this is going to take a while. Ooh, shipwreck. A whoosh. I like how pretty and green my hair is. I got the nice green bonds. Wait, do I have to go and like reintroduce myself to Forrest and that? The monastery? What? We're jamming with Jesus up in here? Is that the good book? What is this fucking toy chest up in here? Excuse me? Why is nobody here at the monastery? Where is everyone? I'm so lonely. And this is the church? Oh. Hello there. Miss Nun? I was like, hey, I can cheat death and do what God is unable to do with my potions. And she's like, I want none of your business. Might go on with RE4 tomorrow or next week, depending on scheduling. Ah, very, very fair. Oh, hello there. Could you possibly help me out? You liked RE8 though? Yeah, RE8 was an interesting one. Me? I'm grinding grapes. To be honest, this kind of thing is too much for me. Gonna plunder the 7 seas? Aye, Captain D. You have a good one. Sing some sea shanties for me, okay? They might keep the sharks away. No promises, but I mean, I know my cousins are quite fond of sea shanties. I've been trying to find a helping hand, but I've had no luck so far. Might you be able to help me out another time? Bro, I can help you out now. I'm full stamina. Great. You can sign up on the board near the entrance next time. Ooh, okay, so it's like a job minigame. Probably to like earn money and shit. Of course, I'll return the favor. You can spend your free time doing part work at the police department, church, or post office. Part-time work takes 2 hours. You'll earn rewards for successfully completing it. Donna's house? Yeah, spooky. So I need to introduce myself to you, right? I'm sorry I'm a little close. I don't understand what personal space is. I apologize. Hello there. I'm Sister Cecilia. I understand the Moonbury community is not very fond of you. Worry not. Our church will always be open to everyone. Dear gods, have mercy. In your names, Oh, my apologies. I didn't see you there, Ken. I was just practicing a hymn. Whoa. Who turns down the horror in a horror game series? You know, that's very fair. Funnily enough, Donna's house, I know an interesting fact about RE4 and RE8. Donna's house, that's the dollhouse one, right? That's actually a reused section from an original prototype version of Resident Evil 4, where Leon was like, even like the weird blue filter and all like the spooky dolls and shit, like animating around them. Like that was actually something from a prototype version of Resident Evil 4. You can find old footage of that. So it's a really fucking cool thing. You know what? I got some time. Let's do some part-time work. Let's see how I do. Specific minigame can be played while you're doing part-time work at the church. What? The objective of the minigame is to grind as many grapes as you can. You grind more grapes if you control the speed of the grinder. What? How do I do that? Yeah, fuck you! I ground your grapes. I ground your grapes, lady. Those grapes didn't know what the fuck hit them. Get wrecked. You hate button mashing? That's very fair. I can kind of do like a weird thing where like I tense up my arm and my whole fucking like arm vibrates. And that lets me like button mash in super fast. But I can't do it for very long because it makes my arm start to hurt after I've like tensed for too long. Ooh, hi, who are you? What up, fucker? Oh, it's Rue! Ah, it's you. Thanks for your help back then. I'm Rue, the mayor's daughter. Nice to meet you again. Yeah, sure. Wheelchair. Today is so boring.
More people! No, wait, hold on, no, don't fucking go anywhere, wait, stop, come here. Is there something you want, stranger? Stop looking at me like that. This old timer has a name and it's Garrett.
Okay, Garrett.
Chemist? What does that mean? Helping people? Bah, what nonsense. Putting me in this stupid chair never helped me.
Okay, buddy. It does have some issues, but luckily they don't show up too often. Yeah, it's been very cute so far. Who was the... Oh, hello there. Silky Stitch. Oh, this looks nice. Hey, yo. Oh, I do apologize. I just can't believe what I'm seeing. Your appearance is so dull. Wow. Hey, I'm green. Fuck you. Well, welcome to my shop, Silky Stitch Tailors. I don't sell whatever fashion is popular in Capital right now, darling. You may be wearing the best materials, but there's just no finesse. Button mashing is barred you from the ending of Sonic Unleashed. You get that a lot of people didn't like it, but I still like to finish it. Yeah, you know what? Very fair. Ooh, Luck. Hi.
Greetings, friend. I'm Luck.
So you're from the capital?
Would you tell me more about it sometime? Have you met Laura, my little sister? She's so energetic, ain't she?
Yeah, Icy's here. She's hanging out. Should have been Mercy. Hello. You can call me Mercy. Life must be so boring if you live alone. Luckily, I have my family. What should I cook tomorrow? Luck works very hard, so he needs lots of energy.
Oh, Suka. Who are you?
Hannah. Hello there, sugar. My name's Hannah. I know you're cute, but don't I look fabulous?
Okay, then.
Please, leave me alone. I'm looking for inspiration for my work.
Okay, bye.
I'm not gonna be Mercy. Yes? Are you talking to me? Those manners are just what I'd expect from someone from a dirty place like the capital.
Wow! Fuck you, Nova!
My name's Nova. With enough perseverance, I can fix your strange hair and outfit.
Fuck you! Wow!
Your fashion sense is very peculiar. I suspect that it's just a matter of different cultures, but still hideous.
Wow, you're kind of an arsehole, huh?
Do I even want to shop? Like, fuck off, man.
A judgment simulator? Yeah, you're not even wrong.
Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. beginning to hate you. Oh my, you're just vibing and rhyming a paper. We have the means. You ain't even wrong. Lazy Bull. Oh, hi.
Hey, you. What are you doing? Oh, you're that person from the capital. Arn. Welcome to my place. This is Moonberry's Tavern. We sell food and drink. We have some arcade machines downstairs. Feel free to drop by during our opening hours.
Okay. Oh, people here.
Yes, I'm Yorn. I'll the tavern. Come pay us a visit sometime. Why are you looking at me like that?
He trusts me now. Oh wait, I can shop. Wait, what? Shop. Whoa, apple juice! Give me that good shit. Tasty. Grilled tenderloin. Whoa.
What, whack-a-mole?
Hi, pretty. I'm gonna stand directly behind you and just sniff your hair. Atelier Sophie. Oh, I really want to like check out the Atelier games for sure. Good day, Ken. Oh, how rude of me. My name's Martha. Nobody in Moonberry is unkind on purpose. Please don't worry about it. They just need some more time. Okay, Martha. Have you tried Yorn's root beer? I'd highly recommend it. Hey, yo.
Where's the arcade machines?
Bring me to the video games, for I am a gamer. Arcade Center. Hey, wow. We grambling? We playing some gacha? Hi there, sweetheart. Hi. Hello, mommy. Hello, mom. Sorry, mom. Hi. This is your first time here, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to the Arcade Center. Feel free to play games here when you're bored. Or maybe you can hang out with me if you're at a loose end. Hey, just to let you know, I'm moving in. How you doing? So, you're from the capital. I hear there's an abundance of artifacts in the museum. Is that true? You see, like, worry about yourself, Artie, okay? I'm weak to pet names, okay? What is this? Play. Whack-a-nut-mole! Oh, this is amazing. Okay. Gotcha. No, the arcade manager's hot. Oh. Okay, so don't kill those. Ah! Ah, fuck you. Ah! Venus. Oh, that's a good one. Fuck, such a reflex. Yeah, fuck you. Did I do good? Whack-a-schwangus. Oh, I mean, come on, I've got to beat Otmar. Fuck you, I need to beat Otmar. But I'm gonna get at least 4,000. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Ah, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. Damn it. Fuck you, fuck you. I ain't doing so good, huh? Woo! Damn it, same fucking thing. I know I'm hitting the friendly targets, I don't mean to. I'm picking up. Okay, let's try it again. Ba-dum. I want to get 4,000. I need to beat Otmar. Fuck you, Otmar. Damn it.
I nearly hit that top one. What the? Fuck! Whoa. Damn it! Ah, I'm so close! I do have an itchy whack hand, you're not even wrong. Come on, I need to get 4,000. I need to get 4... Fuck you, Otmar. Otmar, you a bitch. Do I need to literally do it perfect and not hit any of the friendlies? Fuck! Yeah, you need to literally do it perfect. Okay, we can do this. We can beat Otmar! Wait, what? Interesting. I mean, I still want to do it perfect, so let's do it again. Math is hard. You're not even wrong. I have to fight my urge so fucking hard every time one of those pops up. Oh, pattern recognition! Pattern recognition, let's go! Come on, come on. I nearly hit it! I nearly got it that time! Yes! Fuck you, Otmar! Otmar, you a bitch! Like, that fucking score as well tells me that, like, Otmar didn't even hit one of the, like, fucking... That's so weird that the 3800 fucking put me higher. That's so hilarious. Otmar didn't hit one of the, like, subtracting friendly boys. He just watched one of the regular ones go down. So I'm happy now. What is there, like, other things that I can play? Or is it literally just the one? Okay, that's the same one. I'm guessing this bottom one's going to be the same. Is there any others? No? Okay. Okay, I've already talked to you. Okay, so I am the best in the town at video games, so fuck everyone else. I am a gamer, and no one can tell me otherwise. Wait, what is this? What did that say? Arcade Center, okay. Boogity-bat-ba. Yexa! Gonna head off? Okay, thank you so much for the raid, Artie. I appreciate the hell out of you. You have a wonderful evening. Listening to the storm get closer. Yeah, make sure that you stay safe, okay? That's shout it is. Good day, chemist. I trust you more now. I hope you're able to enjoy the town as much as I do. I'm sure you'll get along with everyone and make some new acquaintances here.
Hey. Oh, bye. Who are you? Eh? Can I not talk to you? Wake up, fuck boy! Got shit to talk to you about. Is there anything else, like... Thanks to Telltale's inability to not constantly create the same type of games, which would eventually cause their bankruptcy. I can't play Poker Night at the Inventory, which I really wanted to for some reason. Ah, that's rough. Poker Night at the Inventory always seemed like really fucking fun, but I was too late to like get it or download it, which makes me sad. I kind of want to meet other people. Can I? Is there any others? It's fucking nighttime. Why is this person not in their house? Also, is there any other ones of those like flags? Because there's that police station. You know, let's go to the police station and talk to the Copperinos. What up, boys? Fuck you personally, Telltale. You're not right. You're right. You're so right. Oh, hey, it's you. Eh? Got a moment? Well, we've decided we need some assistance tidying this place up. So I'm looking to take some help on. You see that board over there? Do you like jazz? You can sign yourself up there if you want to start helping us out. Don't worry, we'll pay you for your efforts. Okay. Look who it is! The refugee from the capital! Just remember that I, Derek, am watching every move you make!
Fuck you, Derek! I'm enjoying a treat, Derek!
We received a report that you've been wandering around the town hall lately. What exactly are you looking for? Your mother. See ya. What up, Osman? Chemist, I'm Osman, the chief of police. Remember, I'm watching you. You don't have to be like... Bro, I'm literally just vibing here. You don't have to immediately be an asshole like that. I have so much to do today. If there's nothing urgent, please leave.
Remember, I'm watching you. Oh, and what? You've got so much to do. I'm fucking watching you, shitlord.
You don't have to immediately put people at unease just because you have some authority, dude. Fucking calm the fuck down. What happened to protect and serve, shitlord? Paid intern. Yeah, I can get paid. How do I save and quit? Because I'm thinking around now is like a good place. Just silently switching. Aw. I appreciate you being here and vibing, AZ. Genuinely. Let's have a little snooze. Okay, it's saved. Okay, so it does a Stardew where it saves every night. So here is actually, I think, a good place to round off for the night. And we'll find someone to raid. Because I am running out of steam. It is past midnight and I have a day in the office tomorrow. So we will exit and see what else we can, who we can raid. But it's been a hell of a time. Why does it always do that? Cut out with that shit. Let's hop on over to chatting, and we'll find someone to throw you wonderful people at. Let's see who's live. Let's see. Oh, Cass has just gone live. Let's throw you at Cascadia because she is wonderful and really cool, and she's making like a webtoon and shit. And she's going to be apparently playing Plague Tale Requiem, which is an interesting game. Alrighty. Let's do raid. Cascadia VT. We have created the raid. Okay, if you feel so inclined, please feel free to use this raid message as we hop on over to Cass's channel and vibe with her for a little bit. But hey, thank you all so fucking much for popping over, showing up, and hanging out with me this fine evening. It has been a wonderful time. I tried something new, and I'm pretty happy with how it went. Like, genuinely quite happy with how it went. I should have probably vetted the CreepyPasta stories to make sure that they were actually spooky first, because like the first two that I read that weren't Ben Drowned were basically just kind of weird love stories that were like, oh no, someone's dying, and that's what apparently passes for creepy nowadays, which kind of annoys me, but it's fine. But hey, I will be here same time, same place, plus 1 hour tomorrow for Yakuza Fridays. And already sent the story to my DMs for next time. I appreciate that, AC. Much appreciated. Hey, I'll give it a try. I'll give pretty much anything a try. But yeah, tomorrow, Yakuza Friday, it's going to be a good time. I'm probably going to try and beeline the main story a little bit more. But the raid timer is running out, so I hope you all have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wonderful time zone. And please look after yourselves and each other. Johnny!